Hey guys, Chev here. As you know, here on With Disadvantage, our main focus is the Echoverse campaign that we play every week. Bunsen Gyro, known for playing the infamous Lulu in Echoverse, has decided to try his hand at running his own campaign. We're always looking for more fun content we can bring you, and this is a perfect opportunity to do just that. That said, the editing takes a long time when we try to do it right, so some of this extra content is coming to you as is. Because of this, please keep in mind that there may be pauses here and there, imperfect level balancing, extra metagame chatter, etc., etc. So if you are okay with all of that, then listen forth. Thanks for listening, and we hope you enjoy the first episode of Tomes and Toils.
Hello, this is not Lulu speaking. Hello, everyone. This is a new campaign here on. Are we calling this place a Polygon now?
No, it's this is going to be the With Disadvantage podcast.
Okay, right. Hi, welcome back to With Disadvantage. This is a new campaign hosted by me, Bunsen Gyro, player of Lulu on Echoverse, and this is the first time I will be DMing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
You might hear in my voice, I'm a little nervous.
That's okay. We'll only mock you relentlessly.
Roll
Kidding.
intimidation.
Kidding.
Okay, so with me here today, we have.
Who do you want to start?
I don't know. I was waiting for someone to speak up.
All right, I'm Chev. I'm your standard host for the Echoverse campaign that we do here on With Disadvantage. So I'm super excited to not have to DM and actually get to play a character. My character is Gimna. She's a tough, hardened, middle-aged dwarf lady who is well. I don't want to reveal too much about her backstory, but she's on a mission. She's out in the world on a mission right now. You guys will probably figure out more about her as we go on.
Yes. Next, let's go ahead and have Rainbow next.
I'm Rainbow. I'm playing Wednesday, a wizard, and what is it, Slimebook?
Slime.
Did I say it right? Yeah, I'm playing that. And if you're a booze manufacturer and you want to sponsor us, please contact Chev at withdisadvantage.com.
That email goes nowhere right now, so that won't work.
All right. Guess I'll go next. I am Das Pigeon Heigl, and I play Calypso, a tiefling bard with a penchant for mischief. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yes, I'm sure you will get in many weird happenings from your mischief, won't you?
I'm so naughty.
Moving on.
Oh my god, this is already starting off amazing.
All right. With all the introductions out of the way, well, Dakota was going to be here, but she was unable to participate, so she'll be joining us next session probably.
Yes.
Dakota's playing the Invisible Woman.
Sure.
The invisible, also mute character that will be with us the whole time.
In any case, let's go ahead and get started with session 1 of the campaign Tomes and Toils.
Dun dun dun.
Insert dramatic starting music here that sets the tone.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up the tabletop audio right now, so I'll help us out.
Oh, I was being sarcastic.
No, just keep going. I'll just do it organically.
Okay. So, we shall start with a very brief overview of the region Tarmadil. This is a landmass that's like, it's not large enough to be considered a major landmass, but it's not small enough to be considered an island. Just kind of, you know what? It's kind of. I was gonna say it's like the Australia of this planet.
Okay.
So it's like Fallout then?
No, it's not Fallout.
Badamite.
So.
Didn't you hear? It's Tarmadillo.
Tarmadil.
Oh, you said it's like Australia, and I said so it's like Fallout then. Just to be like a wasteland.
Anyway, we start off on a ship headed to Port Relia. Calypso is heading to Tarmadil to wow. Nerves.
You're good. Just breathe. Goose fraba.
What?
Never mind. Just keep going.
Ooh, bravo.
Calypso is headed to Tarmadil to on her quest to become the most powerful bard known in the world. With humble beginnings, but with an eye on word
Not
of
the most powerful bard narrator, the most famous one. Get it right.
okay, close enough. Fourth wall breaking Calypso.
It was necessary.
This is like the Emperor's New Groove. Cusco turns to the camera.
Yep, that's me. You might be wondering how I got here. So Calypso has taken the ship to Tarmadil on word of fantastic enchantments that can be found on the island that researchers from fairly recently, like within the last couple of years, have uncovered from ruins across this land. So, after greeting or saying goodbye to the sailor at the ship, Calypso finds her way off the dock at Port Relia. Allow me to reveal some locations right here.
Walking through Port Relia reminds me of Australia.
Allow me to give you control of your token here. Roll 20s.
My
Being a
God,
little difficult.
that is such a good. You said Phoebe, right? What you're going for? Yeah, that's a good.
Kinda. More of a composite character than anything, but yeah,
Well,
one
yeah.
of her many influences.
Okay.
So, right here, just got off onto the harbor here at Port Relia. You see some buildings around, a little windmill for producing grain, weird old hut right down there, regular buildings in the center, kind of like a surrounding cul-de-sac, I think is the term. You got a not quite a lighthouse. It looks like it may have once been a lighthouse, right over 3 o'clock. So,
Okay.
where would you like to go? what?
Well, my thoughts are. Okay, I can't do that, man.
Is it too loud?
Appreciate you trying to. Yeah, I appreciate you trying to set the mood, but I can't hear myself think over that.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I didn't realize it was so loud. Settings. Voice.
Oh, what a beautiful day or night. I'm not sure what time it is. Is it
All right.
dark outside or is it still light?
There we go. Is that better?
Yeah, it's about 11 in the morning.
About 11 in the morning. All
Yep.
right. Have I had breakfast?
Yes, you have had breakfast.
Okay. All right. So then I am going to explore the town just a little bit. See what I can see. Meet who I can meet.
All right. You see just more general buildings around.
Yeah.
Nothing here is to scale. Keep that in mind.
All right. So is the thing in the middle the inn?
You mean right?
Yeah. So they're like
Right
there's
there?
a ring of buildings and then there's a building in the middle. Is that the inn or what? What is that?
Just a few buildings here. Yes, there is an inn here.
All right. Cool. Well,
You-
bored. I've got nothing to do around here. There doesn't seem to. Are there people on the streets?
Yeah. It's kind of a lazy town actually. There are some people walking around just going about their business, but it's not very bustling. It's either a lazy town or not a whole lot of people here.
Gotcha.
Maybe they're off somewhere else.
All right. Well, I've got no destination in particular. I'm all by myself, and as a tiefling, I'm probably getting a few stares, and I'm a little bit flattered by the attention. But nonetheless, I think I'm gonna head in.
You know what? Around this time, you do notice what appears to be a general store. Right. If I can figure out the tools, right here.
Oh, okay.
You can see a sign on it, and it reads Eldar's General Store.
Eldar's General Store, huh? And I'm trying to think of if there's anything that that is pressing that I would need.
What about
there's-
car insurance?
No, I'd have to stop at Geico for that.
Sponsored by Gensco. Just kidding. We're not sponsored.
No kidding. This is this is not owned in part or in whole by any car insurance company, including Geico. Yeah, I don't really need anything from the general store. Although you know what, I like shopping, so I'm gonna step in.
All right. As you approach the general store, you notice along the side, just outside the door, there's like a notice board, like a bulletin board. People put various flyers, advertisements. Funny enough, there's an advertisement for Eldar's General Store on here. Seems a little unnecessary. Maybe put there as a joke. I don't know. But several of these notices include just help wanted, strange ramblings of someone on another sheet of paper just stuck on there haphazardly.
Oh, cool.
Do you investigate the board, or do you continue on inside?
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate the board, and I'm gonna take off the note. I'm just gonna grab the corner of the note, rip it off, the one that says "strange happenings," because I'm like, ooh, like if I could catch a ghost or something, that'd be pretty cool. People would like that.
You're talking about like the weird ramblings.
Yes.
So there's just a bunch of words on this note that don't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't even look like necessarily someone asking for help. Just a bunch of weird ramblings, like having your past foretold. You have no idea what this could even mean.
Oh, cool. I've charged people for foretelling their past before. I'm gonna roll an investigation check and see if I can make any more sense out of this. Or I guess I'm gonna see if I can make any more sense out of this. Should I roll an investigation check?
You know what? Sure.
All right, and I better keep an eye on my modifiers since I don't think this one plugs it in automatically like the others, like the other one does. Let's see.
Yeah.
So do I just? Oh, cool. That was easy. Okay, so and that I don't have
Modifier.
any plus or minus on that modifier.
Correct. So you're looking at this weird weird note, and honestly, it's almost as good as gibberish. Like you spend a while just staring at the sheet, reading it, even flip it upside down, try to read it backwards. It looks like some elaborate joke. Honestly, it's hard to tell anything meaningful from this information. If you'd
Okay.
like, though, you can hold on to the sheet of paper, though.
I'm gonna go ask Eldar about it. He owns a store. He must be smart.
All right. You enter the general store, and it's very. It looks like people go through here, but it's actually rather clean. You don't see any dust on any of the shelves on the various items here. Behind the counter, you see a relatively tall, high elf. He hears your entry, and he's just kind of going about his own business, cleaning a vial, an empty vial.
Oh, cool. Hey there. I got your note, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It looked like a help wanted note, and I was wondering if you could tell me what it says. I don't speak Elvish.
He looks at you. It's hard to tell his facial expression, but he doesn't say anything for a while. After an awkward pause, he kind of bluntly just blurts out, "West southwest." No.
Goblin got your tongue?
West southwest from here. Not my note.
West southwest from here. I'm not sure. What are you telling me? That's where the guy who wrote this is from? West southwest of here?
Weird stone hut.
Okay, Weird Stone Hut, West. Ooh, this is a game. I like this game. Can you give me another clue?
Honestly, don't bother. Weird old lady.
Old lady? I beg your pardon. And
Not you.
What?
Writer of that note.
Oh,
Weird
I
old
see. Oh,
lady.
weird
Keeps
old lady.
Keeps talking weird sayings and odd messages.
Small stone hut. West
You must
south.
be new around here, huh?
You know, I am. I just got into town and I'm working on becoming a better bard. Let me show you my certificate. I'm going to pull out my big certificate of bardship and show it and kind of just hold it in front of me.
Do you actually have a certificate?
Oh, yeah. I carry it with me everywhere. I mean, I didn't pay, or, well, my father didn't pay money to the school for me to walk out empty
No,
handed.
that was me as a DM actually asking you. Is that even a thing?
It is for me.
All right. Roll persuasion.
All right. Give me 1 second. My modifier on persuasion is +6, so not the greatest roll, but
So you do
decent.
/ roll d20 +6, no spaces. After the / roll.
I just rolled it and like I rolled a 4.
Oh, so that would be a 10.
Yes.
Eldar does not seem to pay any mind to your certificate. It's not that he doesn't trust you or doesn't believe you, but he just doesn't particularly care. He doesn't seem hostile, but he doesn't seem to be a man of many words.
Anyway, because I have the certificate, you should give me more clues. So we have old lady, stone hut, west southwest. What else can you tell me about this old lady?
He goes ahead and sets down the vial and just breathes a unenthused sigh and just says earnestly, honestly, don't go there. There's plenty of other things you could do on that board.
Okay. Well, I mean, if I sing you a song, will you give me more clues?
No.
Or I could play a great drum solo. I have a drum in the back.
If you're not buying anything, go ahead and leave.
Okay. Well, I'm not buying, but I am selling. I picked up a disguise kit on the ship I was riding in on. Sailor gave it to me. He couldn't use it. And I already have other ways of disguising myself, so I don't really need it. I'll give it to you for 45 gold.
We're not buying.
Are you sure about that? I mean, there are a lot of ugly people in this town, and I'm sure they would like to pass themselves off as something more attractive. I'm sure it'll get snatched up with your very next customer.
No deal.
Damn, you're not even gonna let me roll persuasion on that one.
No,
All right.
sorry. He doesn't seem interested in your wares.
Okay. Well then. Oh, thanks for letting me sound like a hooker. All right. I'm gonna take that. And I am going to head west southwest and see if I can see a stone hut.
Well,
Stone hut.
as you leave the building, you notice a certain Cymbulk. You've heard of these beings, creatures. You haven't heard a lot about them, but they're weird people made of slime. Essentially, you're actually not. Actually, you know what? Roll a history check.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
You don't have a modifier for that.
Nope.
So you rolled 15 again.
Yeah. Not bad.
So you don't exactly remember where Seinvault come from, but you remember being told that you might not want to know. In any case, as you leave the building, seeing a new face, the Seinvault approaches you. Rainbow, you can go ahead and take over.
How do I control it?
I'm giving you control right now.
Oh, hello there, young lady.
Oh, hi there. You sound familiar.
Do I see that paper in his hand?
I don't know. Are you still holding it?
Yeah, I'm still holding it. I have absentmindedly just been holding it in my hand ever since I left the shop.
What's that piece of paper say?
I don't know, just a bunch of stupid writings. I guess it has something to do with an old lady who lives in a stone house somewhere in the southwest.
I will mention, Wednesday, you have seen that note in passing. It's been on that board for a few days, but you've taken a look at it yourself, but have made even less sense of it than perhaps Calypso has.
Well, let me see that piece of paper.
Can you tell me what it says?
Maybe. Hold it up so I can read it.
Yep, sure.
I'm gonna
Go-
cast comprehend languages on it.
Okay. Does that cost anything?
Let me see. It says a pinch of salt and salt.
Well, like, do you have like the means to cast certain things without spending resources?
It says I can do it as a ritual.
That means that'll take you about 10 minutes
Mhm.
just standing there to do that.
Well, I might be able to read it if we spend 10 minutes just sitting here as I do my ritual.
You know what? That sounds really great, but you're kind of weird, and honestly, you don't smell very good. So I'm gonna go get a drink. You're free to come if you want. Maybe we
Female.
could.
For the record, Calypso or BJ.
Yes.
For the record, he is not, or excuse me, she is not a swamp sign bulk. She doesn't smell particularly bad.
Oh,
Might
my
smell
bad.
weird,
Okay.
but doesn't smell like, let's say, another sign bulk that may have used this icon in another campaign.
Oh, gotcha.
Female
Okay.
shenanigans is my new favorite.
Well, then in that case, instead, I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what? That sounds great, but it also sounds a little bit boring. Maybe we should go to a bar and drink while we're doing this.
Okay.
Do you know of any good bars in the area? Are you from here? I'm sorry, I forgot to ask.
No, I don't know where I'm from.
Oh,
By the
gotcha.
way, Rainbow, you did get my backstory sent you, right?
Yeah, I don't know where I'm from, do I?
All you know is when you became conscious about 10 months ago, and the temple here has been providing you housing.
Oh, okay, so I am from around here. Never mind. I've been drinking too much.
Oh, gotcha.
At 11 in the morning?
I think you'll agree with me that the only cure for that is more drink. Let's go.
I don't know if I follow him.
Okay.
Well, actually, I can't really lead you if I don't know where I'm going. That's why I asked you where you're from. Are there any good watering holes in this place?
Am I from the inn, or do I actually still stay at the college thing?
I'm sure you've looked around the town.
You mean the temple, Rainbow?
Yeah, do I still stay at the temple, or do
By the way, I should probably mention, by this time, Calypso, you've seen this on the horizon, but you get a closer look. There's like a whole temple dedicated to some god here. Just a usual, kind of like a church, essentially.
Oh, cool. Which god?
You can go ahead and ask.
So where have you been staying?
At that temple over there. The temple of Satan. I don't know what temple is it.
It is not the temple of Satan. It is a temple to Helm, the god of protection.
It's the temple of Helm, protection.
Did I just drop?
No.
Is
Yeah,
that
there.
not? Oh, okay. Sorry. Sorry. Oh my gosh, are you super religious?
No,
The people at the temple have just been kind.
the people at the temple have just been kind.
Oh, they must be really nice. Do you know what god they worship?
Hell or something.
Hail. What's he the god of again? I'm not very
Of
religious.
protection, I think.
Oh, that's cool. Did you make any hell friends?
A few. Benson, do I know where the bar is?
Yeah. The bar, excuse me, is if I can get my tool out, down this way. And you take a left.
You know, it
Take a
actually
right,
makes
rather.
a lot of sense. When people say that I look hellish, maybe they think I'm a great protector.
I'm gonna take him to the bar.
All right. You go ahead.
Nobody heard that.
What?
I said, I guess no one heard that.
I must have missed it.
I said, that makes a lot of sense. People tell me I look hellish. I wonder if that just means I'm a good protector.
Oh, because you're a tiefling?
Uh-huh.
didn't realize you were a tiefling. That's awesome.
So, as you go ahead and you head down, get my tool out again, this way, you head towards the tavern, right down here, this building. Next to this building right here, which appears to be like a blacksmith, like armory weapon place. As you enter down the tavern, check my notes. Fuck.
Whoops.
Technical difficulties. Give me a moment.
What's that music they play with the? Yeah, do 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 do. We'll be right back, folks.
Just so you know, I'm definitely not Googling a tavern name generator. I'm not doing that.
Don't break the fourth wall. Your players don't have to
I-
know that.
I know. That's why I'm telling you. That's
Is
not
it the
what's
Bard's
happening.
Tavern?
Uh-oh.
No, it is. It is the Wandering Panther.
Oh, it should have been
Wandering
the cat's
Panther.
meow. That would have been great.
I love it.
Oh, it's a good thing that we found the Wandering Panther here. Sometimes it likes to wander around.
I've never heard. Back home, our bars just stay in one place, but I'm completely new here. What's this place called again? They just.
It's called a
caught
town.
The Wandering Panther.
The Wandering Panther.
Tenalia? Is that where we are? Tenalia? Raphtalia?
Tarmadil.
Armadillo, that's right. Yeah, I just hopped on a ship on a cargo ship, and they said, "Well, this is where we're going." Okay, cool.
The ship
So,
talked to you?
Way less than a passenger ship.
The tavern is down here. This building right here is the blacksmith.
Oh, gotcha. All right,
So,
cool.
as you enter the tavern, there actually aren't a whole lot of patrons. It is the morning after all.
Sounds like
Doesn't
it's
seem like-
morning within the blizzard.
I didn't realize it was going to be such a windy door opening.
One of the patrons currently here, somewhat close to the door, is a dwarf woman. You, Gimna, have come to this Port Relia. You're not sure how to feel about the God Helm, considering your past, but you decided to visit the Temple of Helm. Just brood a little. I'm not sure your disposition on that.
So I'm visiting the temple right now?
No, you came to Port Relia to visit the temple.
Oh, okay.
The temple for the bar.
Well, you spent the night here at this tavern.
Okay, so this is a tavern/inn.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys are able to see Gimna, and she's sitting at the bar on the side of the room, and she's just saying, "I've been waiting here for 10 minutes. Where's my ale?"
You don't get a response from anyone at the tavern.
She kind of slams her mug down on the table. Clearly, it's empty because she's already drank some.
Are there any waitresses around?
Doesn't look like they're ready for much business yet.
Gotcha. Is there anybody behind the counter?
No, they're out back.
Excuse
Okay.
me. How long
I'm gonna
breaks do you folks take?
I'm gonna step behind the counter, grab a mug, and fill it up with ale.
Behind the counter?
Yep.
You know what? Roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not being stealthy. I just walk
Which is why
right
it's
over there.
disadvantage.
Why am
That's
I
why-
rolling? Okay, I don't know how to roll at disadvantage in this yet. So
Just
I'm just gonna
roll
a pair of them.
2d20. Yeah.
So 13 and 5.
So that would be 5 with what modifier? +1. So a 6. So right as you walk behind the counter, you see from a little door that goes into the counter, or goes to the area behind the counter from that door, is a chef just getting his apron on. He turns to the right and sees you and going behind the counter, and the chef just says, "Hey, get back to the counter. I'm getting started over here."
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
What does that do?
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a Wisdom saving throw, and does so with advantage if you and your companions are fighting it, which we're not. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, or until your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance. When the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed by you.
Okay.
So as he's doing all this, I'm going to be casting comprehend languages on that text.
All right. So you're just gonna be working on that in the meantime.
Yep.
All right. Let me try this. GM.
So his roll to save, I think. So it says attack/save 14. So I don't know if I have to roll a 14 on the d20 to get it in the first place.
No.
And then he
Was
has
this-
to try to.
No, he has
How
to
does
make
that
a
work?
save. He just has to make a DC 14 save, I think.
Okay. Do I have to roll to see if it hits? Or
No, he rolls to see if he fails.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Unfortunately, your attempt fails.
Where's the roll?
I did a /GM roll, which
Oh,
makes it a hidden roll.
Oh,
It's
gotcha.
a
You
secret
can't-
agent roll.
Yeah, it's up to the DM to decide whether to show rolls or not. They don't always have to.
All right.
Oh, okay.
It can kind of give away stats about some of the NPCs that you don't necessarily want to reveal to the players.
Oh, gotcha.
All right. Do they realize that you attempted to charm them if you fail?
I don't think so. If it fails, let's see.
It says that once the spell ends, the creature knows it was charmed. Chef,
Right,
do you
but
have-
it doesn't say anything about whether the attempt informs it that it was.
So I think
failed
I
to.
heard this exact question on other podcasts, and if it fails, so I think because it has a verbal and a somatic component, which means you would have had to say something and do some kind of gesture. So I would guess that they at least see you do that.
Is
Okay.
it and? Is it and or is it or?
It's and.
Oh, okay.
So the chef finishes tying on the apron and realizes that you just tried to charm him, and he just seems pretty annoyed. Just says, "I'm getting to it. Just get back to your seat."
Gimna slams her
Huh?
mug down on the bar one more time, shaking all the other dishes and whatever else is on the bar, and she just says, "You can't cut me off after only 4 mugs! What kind of a town is this, anyway?"
You better
Fuck off!
take your
I'm trying to
pick,
read here.
Well, if just okay, I'm gonna go over and just sit down by gosh,
Gimna.
Wednesday.
Oh,
'Cause I
Okay.
don't know Gimna.
all right. Gimna, you're starting to get the feeling that they're giving you the cold shoulder. Like, you know what? Roll perception, I guess. For your convenience, your perception is +1.
You're talking to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to Havabeer. Or, PJ. Alright, let's see. D20.
And while
Uh,
he's doing that,
Alright, so that'll be 16.
All right. You're getting the feeling that you're being given the cold shoulder, and like they don't want to say it to your face because you look a little scary, but they're trying to not have a drunk.
My little redheaded dwarf chick who's like under 5 feet looks scary.
Yeah. you have a
I'm
you have
gonna-
a somewhat intimidating presence. But
I'm
they
gonna
just,
approach the bar one more time. Sorry.
like try to get behind the bar.
No, I'm just gonna approach the bar so I can see the chef in the back.
All right.
Can I see him?
Yes.
And is there a door from the kitchen to outside, or something, or like is the kitchen a square room, or are there corners that would obstruct his view?
From what you can see, you can't get a good look at the whole room, But from what you can see, you don't see any doors.
No doors out of the kitchen.
No, not from where you stand.
Okay.
At this time, the chef turns around and goes to the stove and starts making some general breakfast foods, like some bacon, probably.
Are there multiple stoves?
Not from. In fact, you actually couldn't see the stove he was working at. You just heard like the familiar sizzle of meat on a pan.
Is there like are there sacks anywhere? Like, can I see stored food anywhere?
Yeah, you can see a sack of flour over on the corner.
Okay. I'm gonna cast a minor illusion, so it looks like that flower is. Or wait a second, hold on. Caused flames to flicker, instantaneous sound, unlock door, alter appearance of eyes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna cast a minor illusion on the flower that makes it look like it's on fire.
I can see who our new Raz is.
So what does that do? Like, are there any rolls caused by this
Oh,
illusion?
No, it's an at-will cantrip. Casting time,
Thaumaturgy.
1 action. Duration, 1 minute.
Oh.
You create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts the duration. The illusion ends if you dismiss it. If you create a sound, the volume can range from a whisper to a scream. It can be a bunch of different things. If you create an image of an object, such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any sensory effect. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it.
All
So,
right.
so it'll just look like fire. It won't be hot or anything like that.
Yep.
It won't cast
Gotcha.
light either. But if it's light inside already, that shouldn't matter.
Yeah. So does this make any sound? It does not make any sound, does it?
You can decide if it makes
No.
sound. Is it image
Well,
or
it
sound?
crackle.
I think it's image or sound. Yeah, you
Yeah,
create a sound or an image. of an
yeah, okay.
So unfortunately, this fake flame on this bag of flour is outside his field of vision. He's turned
damn
away
it.
from it.
Okay.
Maybe he might turn around. Just say
let's
something.
So
I think I can do multiples. You know what? Forget it.
All right. So you're just leaving a fake fire on this bag of flour for a minute.
Yeah, may as well. Like, I'm hoping he'll notice it and turn his back, but so far, no luck.
All right. So in the meantime, we'll go ahead and say Wednesday. You went ahead and you finished your ritual to decipher this note that was on the board, and yep, it sure is common. It's just really weird and hard to understand. So unfortunately, you do not decipher anything because it's still just written in common. It's just really weird, hard to understand. Almost the writings of some maniac. It's hard to tell.
Alright.
You know what? You do understand which building it's referring to. You recall it to be this building right here that you've seen while you've been around town.
Okay.
What other patrons are here in the bar or in the tavern?
Seems pretty quiet. Seems like there aren't many. Port Raleigh doesn't get many visitors that would have a reason to stay, so there aren't many people staying at this tavern. Seems like mostly people just come here to get the drinks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a.
So there's
silver
nobody else
coin
in here
out.
besides the three of us?
And that chef.
And the
And you know
chef?
what? At this point, the chef turns around and goes, "Ah!" right as the fire goes out, and he just turned around from the stove, still sizzling on that pan as he's confused, like, why was there fire on that bag of flour? And then he blinked and it wasn't there anymore. He saw it
I'm
right
gonna
when it disappeared.
I'm gonna take a silver coin out of my pocket and I'm gonna throw it at the chef's back of his head.
Uh-oh.
You sure?
Isn't that how you get people's attention this town? Just throw money at them?
Go ahead and Roll an attack. See if you make the hit.
What am I attacking? Is it just like a regular D20 with nothing?
Yeah, roll d20 with your proficiency, I believe.
What is my proficiency?
2. So 1d20 plus 2. Okay. So you throw your silver coin at this chef. He's just still blinking a little confused by the fire he saw very briefly, but there was nothing after he blinked. And the silver coin, he sees it coming because he's turned around already, and he just barely ducks out of the way. It hits his chef hat without much impact, to be honest. But he looks very displeased, and he walks out of the kitchen, still some sizzling on the stove. He walks out of the kitchen, stands over to the bar, and looks at you and goes, "Are we going to have a problem, weird miss?"
Oh, I just wanted to eat attendance so I can spend some money here. Wait, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. I just wanted to attendance so I can spend some money here.
Are you two the reason I'm not getting any more ale? She's kind of getting sloppy now.
She wants some ale, so give it to her.
I think she's had enough.
You
Okay,
ignore
give her
all
some
your
whiskey then.
patrons like this. This is some very poor customer service.
I wink at the chef and say, give her some whiskey. And by whiskey, I mean coffee. On me.
Okay, do you slide money to him?
Yeah, how much money I have to slide him?
All right. He's still a little peeved, but how much do you give him?
I'm going to give him 1 gold.
1 gold. Okay. He seems a little like his mood does raise from seeing the gold that you slide across the counter, but he gives you another look as he accepts it and goes, "I'm keeping the silver though."
Oh, that's fine. I intended you to keep it.
And he goes back to the kitchen. And he starts to make some coffee.
I got you some black whiskey coming.
Thank you very much. What is your name?
My name is Wednesday.
Hello, Wednesday. You want to have a drink with me?
Maybe later.
You're a really nice person,
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna look to.
or
I'm gonna look
whatever
at the
you are.
I'm going to look at crypto and go, you know, this is common, but it's just gibberish.
He's talking about the note.
You there, PJ?
Yeah. I was gonna cost the chef. I was gonna tell him, well, it's looking pretty dead in here, and I know that I could drive up some of your business. I'm one of the best bards you'll ever run into. See, here's my certificate. I'm gonna whip out my certificate again.
Unfortunately, there's no one to see it. He's already back in the kitchen working on coffee.
Oh, okay. Then, are there any drinks in the shelves up front?
Drinks on the yeah, a few, like some ale.
All right. I am going to see if I can grab a bottle of whiskey off of this with my long tail.
Okay.
Is your tail prehensile?
Since in one crypto goes to prison.
I said, is your tail prehensile? Meaning you can grab stuff with it?
I don't know.
You know what?
I know I've got like a devil's tail.
To answer this question, I'm gonna let you make a I don't know, straight dexterity check with disadvantage because it seems just unlikely, but this will answer our question.
8 plus my natural modifier. I think it's 6. Let me see.
Your dexterity modifier is +2.
Is it only +2?
Yep.
Yep, you're right about that. Okay, so 10.
So you go to reach for a bottle of whiskey across the counter using your tail. It's a little weird to position yourself for it, and maybe you're overestimating your own abilities. Unfortunately, you fail to grab it, and in fact, the bottle falls off the counter and smashes on the ground.
Damn it.
Uh, in reaction, do you do anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna slip back over to the table because I did not do that. That was not me. Just slip back over and sit by Gimna. I can tell she's very, like unpleasant to deal with, and I'm kind of hoping that if he suspects anything, he just like shies away because I'm sitting next to the surliest person in the bar.
So you're sitting right next to her in an empty bar, right?
Yep.
Okay. So as you sit down, Ginder's like, "Well, hello there. You're a very beautiful. What are you anyway?"
In this moment,
Oh,
the chef runs out from the kitchen, still working on that coffee. He sees a shattered bottle on the ground behind the counter, and he just glares at Gimna. No more drinks. You're getting the coffee.
I'm gonna look at that bartender, the cook. Is it the cook or the bartender?
It's a cook.
It's the cook.
I'm gonna look at the cook and go, "Oh, she's innocent."
What time is it? About like what time of day?
It's 11:30 in the morning.
Oh,
It's still
okay.
11:30 in the morning after
so
all
I
this
look
has
at-
happened.
I look at the cook and I go, "She's innocent. She did not touch that."
Then who did?
I'm gonna cast like I'm gonna kind of tuck behind Gimna so he can't see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy.
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 Yeah, I've never read that word before. And
It's a spell only Paladins
you
can cast.
You cause harm, and it says you cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
say, "This person might have a bard license."
And it's just verbal. So like if I just tuck my head a little bit.
All right.
So if I just tuck my head, the ground will shake a little bit, and I poke out back behind Gimna, and I say, "It was these tremors. They've been coming and going. I guess you're so absorbed in your cooking. You must be a very good cook."
Roll me a deception check.
I look at the cook and I slowly shake my head no.
With advantage.
With advantage, I get the okay, sweet. Let's see. So my modifier is +6. So
How
how does that happen?
Wow!
Bullshit.
PJ just rolled another double one with the
Like that happens to me. Like that's happened to me twice. What the hell?
That is amazing.
Okay, see here. The ground is physically shaking. Surely that's got to buy a little bit of credibility. I think that should be re-rolled.
No,
No.
I'm sorry.
That is horseshit.
All right, so
Gimna is kind of shaken awake because she's like her head, her head's kind of it's like she's kind of losing consciousness, but not yet, and she's just like this. What's causing that rumbling?
So
I think my head is rumbling.
the chef heard what you said, Calypso, and he just gives you a glare like, we don't get tremors in Port Relia. Get out of my shop, or get out of my tavern.
Oh, here you
I
did.
say to him, I look at him and go, "We don't want any trouble. This guy's just an idiot. He's a bozo. How much for that bottle of whiskey?"
I'm keeping the gold. Just get out.
Well, I'm not really with him. I just kind of met him.
I already like you better than I like this guy. She slams her bug down on the bar again.
How much a room for Sleeping Beauty over here?
Well, we're only trying to get service because your service is shitty. Is there a better bar that we could go to?
No, get out.
All right, fine. All right, let's go. Well,
He starts cleaning up the broken bottle.
Gladly. She hops off this bar stool.
I look at the chef and I say, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and I hand him another gold.
I've already cost you a lot.
He seems to ignore you. He was already taking that gold you gave him earlier as payment.
I give him another gold.
Okay. He receives another gold, and he's still not pleased about what you guys did while you were here.
I say,
He's
sorry,
receiving-
can excuse me.
Huh?
I say, sorry, can excuse me.
So do you all leave the tavern?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave.
How much does the redhead weigh?
You know what? I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go out the door. And just for fun, because I am just really enjoying the time at the bar and I don't want to leave, I am going to cast Disguise Self.
I'm gonna assist the dwarf back to the temple.
And there's not even a roll against it. It's a duration of 1 hour. You can just make yourself.
Why are you taking me back to the temple?
Well, I figured you could, get some sleep there. You probably won't resist because you're pretty drunk, aren't you?
Oh, are we not going bar
I
hopping
don't.
anymore?
The
This
temple
so
is not.
lame.
The temple is not an inn. This bar I'm in is the inn. That's where I'm staying.
Well, I'm sure that he doesn't want you to stay there. Told you to
He's
get out.
he's just the bartender, right?
Just a cook.
Yeah.
So for clarification, did he kick all three of us out, or did he just kick?
Yeah, he perceived all three of you to be a unit.
Oh, okay.
And kicked us out.
Because
So my-
TJ rolled a double natural 1.
So my room is now also void.
Yep.
Okay. I got some
Well,
choice
I feel
words for you, buddy. And she starts to climb up, back up onto her stool, onto the bar, and she's like, "I'm staying here. I paid money for that room. I'm staying here tonight."
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Yes, actually. Let's see.
Roll an intimidation check.
+5. Let's see. How do I? Oh, hold on. The stupid hover state.
Oh my
All
gosh.
right, D20. I guess I didn't add a modifier to it. All right, so that's +5, so 13.
All right. So the chef, he gets up from putting some of the glass scraps or the glass shards from the bottle, putting it into a bin. He says, "Look, miss, I can give you some of your money back from your room, but listen, there's someone looking for a job around here, some weird librarian or whatever. She's looking for a job and she's offering to give room and board for help. But I don't want to see your mug here again."
She thinks for a minute, and then she's super drunk, and so logic is not her ally right now. And so
I have an idea. So
She
I'm
kind
gonna
of
grab
wrinkles
by the
her.
arm.
She kind of wrinkles her face as she starts to climb off the stool and up onto the bar. And she's like, "I'll show you. Looking for work. I already paid for this room. You can't kick
I'm
me
gonna
out.
grab her by
All
the
I
arm.
did was ask for what I came to and paid for." And she hops up onto the bar unless someone's grabbing her.
I'm grabbing her by the arm. I tried to say that.
Okay, so she's like, "Let go of me. I'm gonna show this guy what for."
Oh, you know what? I think I already know how. He's. I'm so sorry. She gets out of control sometimes. Come on, Grandma. It's time for us to go now.
Grandma! She shakes her foot and she kicks you off of her.
Gosh.
Who are you calling Grandma?
I'm sorry. She's like this when she's drunk. No, you're beautiful. You're very beautiful for your age. Come on, let's
She
go.
turns back to the bartender. She says, "Give me my ale and give me my room key." And then she kicks the mug off the counter back behind the bar towards him.
Unfortunately, you just changed his mind. He's just saying, "Get out of here."
I'm gonna say,
He was gonna give you some of your room money back, but you just blew it.
Gimna pulls her. Hold on a sec. Let me see here what I have. She pulls her flail off of her back, and she starts to swing the flail around. And she says, "You don't know who you're messing with, buddy.
Holy
I took
shit.
down a
I
whole party of invading orcs. You
I
are
walk out
nothing.
the door.
You aren't anything."
I walk out the
God,
door
that's
and I
impressive.
pretend like I don't know anyone.
And I'm gonna pull out my lyre and start singing a song. Let's all be calm. No reason to crush a cook's head. So let's get out of here before we are all arrested.
Oh my god.
The chef is very much quite done with your guys' business, and he says, "Do I need to call the Hellmites?"
And so she's way too drunk to be hearing anything but no. All she hears is this guy telling her no. And she's definitely going to take a swing at him with her flail.
And while I see her like winding up, I say, "I tried. You should have given her the drink."
She's like, you have one last chance before I embed this here spiky ball into your little skull.
Ooh, can I watch?
Can I have you roll for luck?
Roll for luck?
Yeah. Can I ask you to roll d20 just to see your luck?
Sure. 18.
This is heading much further south than.
And Bunsen was worried about me.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
okay.
just playing. I'm just doing what Gimna would do in the state.
Oh, you rolled.
You're
You're
right.
lucky, dude. Luckier
Yeah.
than me, anyway, Mr. Double One over here. Fuck.
So the chef just backs off into the kitchen. Doesn't want to deal with you anymore, but he also doesn't want to fight someone flailing around a flail.
Did he take my room key, which would have been sitting on the bar in front of me?
Yes,
Okay, so does he still have it, or did he leave it somewhere?
he still has it.
If he still has it, she's going after him.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
sweet.
she's
So
gonna
I'm watching-
if he walks away back into the kitchen, she's gonna be like, "Oh no, you don't!" And she hops off the counter, and she as far
He
as
slams the kitchen door in your face.
All right, so
Door?
she is going to shoulder slam the door then.
While she's doing this, I grab a mug, go to the tap, and start pouring myself a beer.
Do I need to roll
I'd like
anything
to remind
for the slam?
the DM that I'm like in the other part of the town now.
Yeah. We'll get to you. These two have me a little busy over here.
I know. I just wanted to make sure that you understood that I'm not part of the party right there.
Right.
I'm over there being lawful.
So yeah, roll me a strength check with disadvantage because you're drunk at 1:30 in the morning.
Did we figure out how to
11:30 in
roll
the
with advantage or disadvantage?
You just roll 2d20.
Just do okay.
Strength check.
So plus my strength, just a raw strength check, or is it athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
Okay, so that's a +6. So 11.
All right. You certainly hear the door, but the door does not budge. He yells out from behind the door, "I will call the Hellmites if you don't get out of here."
Is there a window on the door or anything?
Nope,
Is it what kind of a door is it? Is it wooden?
it's a wooden door. Yes.
Okay, and what's the handle look like? Is it metal or
The handle is metal.
is it a lever or a knob?
It's a knob.
Okay, so she's gonna take the butt of her flail and try to hit the knob so that the knob pops off.
Okay. I am going to use minor illusion at this moment. And from outside, I am going to create the sound of the chef screaming, "I'm out here! Help, rabbit dwarf! I'm out here!"
What?
Wait.
So I'm outside?
No, I'm going to make the cook's voice. I'm going to use minor illusion.
Oh, the
Make
cook's voice.
Cook's voice project through the door from outside, saying, "Help! She's after me, rabbit dwarf!"
Okay, and so she's gonna hear this yelling, and she's gonna she's gonna assume that he has a back door, and she's like, "Goddamn back door!" And she goes running out into the street. And she's like, "You get back here, you bastard!" And she's running around outside now.
When you run outside, you realize that there are two. There are two. Let's say warriors decked out in plate armor, holding out two longswords, running to the Wandering Panther. They appear to be from the Temple of Helm, and they try to keep the peace around here.
Oh no.
Can I see what's going on through the door?
Do you follow?
No, I kind of peer out.
No. Well,
Is it
how close are you to
Is
the
it
door?
like well, as she went bursting out, I'm like done with the inn. I've got my beer, and so I'm just sipping it, watching the chaos unfold as she flies out into the street.
So, Gimna,
Hmm.
you are approached by these two warriors decked out in plate armor, holding out
Well,
two pretty gnarly looking long swords.
so
And-
can I see her? That's my question. I'm
Can
sorry
you
to
see
interrupt, but yes, I'm about to intervene if I can see her. That's why I'm asking and
You
pressing the
see
issue.
Gimna, but not either of the soldiers or warriors.
I don't see the soldiers.
Correct.
Okay. All right, keep on going.
The one of the warriors walks up to you, Gimna, and he says, "Halt! You're disturbing the peace."
She's
Pay
like,
a fine or follow
she's
us.
just like, I don't have any business with you. I need to find that cook.
The two warriors look to each other and roll.
Do I see them yet? Now that they're up to her?
You see the one that walked up to her. Yes.
Okay. Then, okay. All right.
So what? Am I rolling something?
No, I'm gonna make a roll here.
Okay. I can't control my token, by the way.
Oh, forgive me. Allow me to fix that.
That's okay.
There you go. You should be able to control your token now.
Yay! So I'm out here, I assume.
If that's what you imagine.
Yeah.
So, let me see here. So, the warrior that walked up to you turns to the other warrior, and then turns back to you. And what shirt or top are you wearing?
So she's got like some just like very light plate armor on, like for her whole body. So, like think of like a suit of like knight's armor, but without the helm.
All right.
And like much lighter and like just if you could try to have a more casual version of that, that's what she'd be wearing. So it's
Okay.
not heavy duty, but it's it's still metal.
So this warrior lifts you up by the collar of your armor and starts walking back to the temple with the other warrior, keeping an eye on you.
See, he's lifting me up.
Yes.
Okay, so do I assume that's him grappling me, right? So can I roll to resist it? Because she's gonna fight tooth and nail.
I did make a grapple check.
Oh, you did
Yes.
for her? I don't get to roll against it.
You can.
You don't sound very sure.
You are
So,
correct. You'd think I would know the stuff about grappling, how grappling would work by now.
Oh, okay. I thought that you weren't sure because you like didn't want me to fight against, like, be able to fight against it, which is fair.
No, I'm legitimately not sure, but I'm saying you think I would be sure after all the grappling I do in Echoverse.
Okay, and that's a +6, so 18 to resist.
He rolled an 18.
What is a tie?
Uh,
Let's see.
I'm gonna flip my phone to flip a coin.
Grapple contest tie. Who wins if it's tied? Tie results in status quo. So
He's already grappled you.
Well, that's what I just resisted, is him grappling me.
Oh, I mean,
Right?
you're also drunk. You're also drunk, to be fair.
All right, fine. He grapples me. She's kicking and screaming. He lifts her. What race is he? How tall is he?
I mean, with the plate armor, it's a little hard to tell, but you think human? He's
Okay, so
pretty tall,
he's probably at least 3 feet taller than her, or 2 feet.
yeah.
Okay, so she lifts her up off the ground, and she's like, "You put me down!" And she's kicking her legs, and her little metal boots are hitting him in the shins.
Unfortunately, he's decked out in plate armor.
Okay, so you just hear clank, 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 and she's like, "You put me down!" And she's holding onto his arm.
and I am cautiously following from a distance. Like, wow, this is interesting. This place is exciting. I like it.
So, the warriors take you back to the Temple of Helm. Where are you Wednesday? Are you inside the temple or like at the entrance?
Yeah, I decided to go inside the temple.
All right. So these warriors take, man, these warriors take Gimna into the entrance of the temple, and it's got like a nice lobby area around here, a chandelier at the top, like a churchy praying area down the lobby, some other rooms. You suppose that you're being taken somewhere to be held until something.
Okay.
But Wednesday,
As he passes.
You're taking me to the temple? Oh, you
yeah,
said?
they've taken you into the temple.
Oh, okay.
Were you gonna ask me, Bunsen?
Wednesday, you notice some familiar warriors taking in that dwarf you saw, holding her by the collar of her armor. Do you do anything?
I wave at the two guards I know, and then I wave at the little dwarf and say, "Oh, hello, little dwarf."
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I say, "Hello, little dwarf."
Do you say anything to the warriors?
Yeah, I said I waved to the warriors.
Oh. The warriors wave back and they head to a nearby room. Are you gonna stop the warriors or anything?
I'm gonna say to the warriors, "Well, she's a nice lady. Why don't you make sure she sleeps it off and then hit her real nice?"
Roll me a perception or a persuasion check.
At this point,
Sweet.
Gimna has given up fighting, and so her limbs are all just dangling there, but she is super grumpy about it. She's got the biggest scowl on her face.
15.
Okay. Sorry, Chev. I was asking Rainbow to roll persuasion.
It's okay.
All right. Oh, that was to get out of the grapple.
What?
Yeah, I think that was him before to get out of the grapple.
Okay.
I didn't roll anything just now.
Oh, right. I was mistaking your previous roll as a roll you just made. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
So, the two warriors, they look to each other again. They feel like it's not. They don't really want to deal with a drunk dwarf warrior lady at 11:45 in the morning.
Oh
So,
gosh.
the warrior just drops Gimna and asks Wednesday, "Keep an eye on her, all right?" And they go
Does he
on their
set her
way.
down or drop her?
Let's say drop, but not going to hurt you.
Oh,
you know?
what happened to her flail that she was wielding?
I assume you were still you put it away, or you were still holding it.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
I just
pick
didn't know if
her
they
up.
took it from me because I was out there in the streets with swinging it around looking for the dude.
If
Yeah.
it
I'm gonna
ended
pick
up on
her-
the ground, I picked it up.
I'm gonna pick her up and I'm gonna take her to a room so I can put her in a bed.
You're gonna pick Gimna up?
Yep.
And so you go to pick her up, and then she's like, "You get your hands off me! I've already been manhandled enough for one day."
I choke her out. No, I mean I say it's okay. It's
Choke
okay.
her
I'm gonna
out.
take you to bed.
Okay. Oh, fine. We'll go confront that guy later. He's gonna
Alright.
get
Yeah.
what's coming to him.
Cut his head off.
Yeah.
So, in the meantime, Calypso, you went back to Eldar's general store?
Yeah, I'm grabbing all the papers.
All right. You do see on this notice board here, there is a paper talking about a library in town or near town. It's not very clear. That is looking for help and offering room and board, just like the chef mentioned earlier.
Okay. I'm gonna bring it back over to the church or the
Alright.
temple, whatever, and I'm gonna head on in.
All right. You see just as the warriors are leaving.
Okay. And
If
I'm
one
gonna
of those,
go.
if one of those holy water, the tiefling.
Yeah. Does anybody object to Hellspawn walking into a temple? Although, I mean, I'm sure that there are certain temples where, I forget all your gods' names that allow them. Okay, Helm, Life, Light. Yeah, he's pretty righteous. So yeah, does anybody discriminate against me, or am I pretty much left to do whatever I like?
The only other people that were in the room that were the two warriors, and they just left. So you're not bothered by anyone.
Oh, gotcha. And so I know that that Gimna at least is in here, and so I'm gonna start looking for Angry Dwarf Lady. Where'd you go?
Do I
Angry
hear
Dwarf
her
Lady.
saying that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I assume that I was taking her to the room that's pretty
Yeah,
far
that's
away
why I
from where
asked.
that is.
Sorry, what'd you
Then
ask?
Is there
I said
is there some
I said
room that we're sleeping in this temple? Is that where we're going?
I assumed I took her back and to sleep in the room, so she can get some rest.
No, shoot, what's her name? Calypso just entered as the two warriors left.
Okay. But my question
Yes.
still stands. Is there a room in here that we can sleep in? Like, I don't know where they were taking me.
They were gonna take you. Basically, they were gonna have you under arrest until they decided what to do with you.
But what did they take me to the temple for? I guess is what I'm getting at.
He was under
Yeah,
arrest.
is there like a jail in there, or what? Like, are they gonna lock him up in the sacristy? What's how does this?
You get the idea that the temple here, the Hellmites, the chef was mentioning earlier, were warriors sworn here at this temple that help keep the peace,
Okay.
kind of like a police force.
Okay, so they brought me back here and then decided I wasn't worth dealing with?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe they were gonna sacrifice you.
No, Rainbow rolled just well enough to make them agree, like, yeah, this isn't worth it. Just some drunk
Angry
lady.
Dwarf Lady, where are you?
I'm just gonna continue walking.
She's
here
like,
to
"Are
the,
you
the
talking
bedroom.
to me? I'm not an angry dwarf lady. My name's Gimna.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Grandma. I was right.
She starts to grumble and she kind of puts her face down and looks up at you through like squinted eyes, like you're about to be on her bad side.
Well, Grandma, listen. I pulled a paper off of the
Call
general.
me Grandma one more time. Call me Grandma one more time.
That's what you said your name was.
I did not say my name was Grandma. I ain't a grandma. I'm in my prime.
Okay. Pronounce your name clearly so that all present can understand you.
Gimna.
Oh, gotcha. Gosh, Gimna. That's gonna be hard for me to remember because.
Well, you best remember it. This flail will remember what you look like.
Is there a guard around, Bunsen?
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Was your flail? You said that you'd killed orcs and other crazy creatures with it.
That's right.
How many?
More than I can count.
Oh, so it sounds like you are perfect for helping me along my quest. I'm not trying to do anything specific. I just want to help a lot of people and get my name out there because I'm a new bard and I just graduated. And I pull out the certificate of bardship again.
Get your name out there for what?
Well, I mean, I kind of embarrassed my dad a few times. I mean, had a tryst with a half orc. Yeah, he was really nice, but I guess it upset a few of the neighbors. And now I want everybody out there to know I'm good and I do nice things and I'm the best bard ever. And so I was hoping to go on some big quests and really get my name out there. And so how does this work? Do I need to give you an application?
Gimna is just looking at you like, what in the world? And normally she has something smart to say, but she's still pretty drunk. And she's just like, that was a lot of words coming from your pretty mouth.
I have simpler words for you. Let's go rescue some people or kill some other people or
kill people.
I don't know. Kill some
monsters.
I look at the teeth.
I'm in the mood to kill people.
She needs to rest first. Though.
Can we start with that cook?
Rest.
Can we start with that bartender?
Let's take a long rest before we
I have a better idea with the cook. I want to go back there. Because I like singing songs and stuff, but I don't want to go back there when it's dead. Do you remember what the owner looked like?
The owner of the tavern?
Yes.
He looked like a douchebag to me.
Now, specifically, how would you describe this douchebag? What did he look like? Was he big, small?
Arrogant, pompous, uncivilized,
Okay, I think we're
punchable,
getting warm, but
kickable,
I need to...
embed my flail in his faceable.
That is great. We're on the right track. Are there any pictures of him in the tavern?
I'll know him when I see him. Let's go look for
Okay,
him.
that's all right. Yes, that is great. Have you seen him around the town today?
You were just there.
Not the cook, the owner.
I thought he was the
Or
owner.
Is the cook the owner?
Well, he
I
took
mean,
my
you've
room
stayed there
key.
for you've stayed there for 6 days. I was thinking you would know better than I did.
You'd think I would too.
That isn't helping.
I got an idea. Why don't you go down there and find out? I'm gonna put this one to rest for a nice long rest.
All right.
I said taking her to the bed.
Okay. I'm gonna head toward. Or, yeah, I'm gonna take a short rest with you guys.
Oh, I said long rest.
I just need. Okay, we can do a long one. We can do a difference.
All right. It is
Medium.
currently about noon, so you're taking a long. Ugh, I swear I'm 21. I don't know why my voice keeps cracking.
You're fine. You're being overly self-conscious. Relax.
No,
I
I was
figure
just
we're gonna
trying to
sleep.
joke a bit.
I figure we're gonna sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning.
What? We're gonna sleep from noon till 6 o'clock in the morning.
I don't want to go to bed. I want to go find that cook, that owner, that whatever, that guy. That guy needs to pay.
I'm gonna look at the dwarf and go.
I don't.
Yeah,
Nobody takes
I got-
advantage of Gimna.
You probably got a point.
I'm gonna try and
That chef said that you.
charm Gimna.
I'm gonna say you're probably right. That chef said you couldn't sleep if you wanted to. He said you're just a horrible sleeper.
I'm gonna try and
It's
charm.
a weakling of a
Gimna.
sleeper.
I guess I could sleep a little bit.
Okay, never
if
mind.
only to prove you wrong. What are you anyway? She finally gets to realize that you're like this weird slime person.
Well, I'm a slime person.
Simon Volk.
I like to call myself a slime person.
Well, hello there, slime person.
I take her to the bed.
Guten Abend, gute Nacht, mit Rosenbedacht.
What the fuck is this?
Bescheckt, schlumpft unter die Decke.
Wow.
So it's basically just everyone gonna take a short rest here, take a breather.
Well, we're all gonna take a long rest, but I'm also gonna cast Find Familiar just before the long rest.
You're gonna cast what?
Find Familiar.
Find
That's an
familiar.
hour long plus 10 minutes.
Oh, shit.
What?
You gain the service of familiar spirit that takes it to an animal form you choose. Okay.
And I'm gonna choose Black Cat.
Black cat. Okay. Calypso, are you going to try to rest here as well?
Yeah, I think Calypso said she was resting with us.
Yeah, I mean, I may. What time of day is it?
It is noon.
Okay, you know what? They can rest because I don't need a long rest yet. I'm gonna go back to the bar.
You're gonna go back to the bar?
I'm gonna go to the bar. That's right.
Okay.
And I'm going to. Let's see. I need to recruit somebody. 'Cause I can't really pull this off by myself.
So is Gimna back in the bedroom already? She just
yeah.
She just immediately lays on the bed and starts to pass out, and she starts mumbling things about punching people.
So about the note from the library, you get
Yeah.
you don't know if it's really
I don't think I've read it yet.
Okay. Do you want to try to read it?
No, I'm so like I don't have Gimna yet out of it.
Okay, but you haven't even read the paper to know
No,
what is
Gimna's the expert. She knows how to like rescue and go questing and stuff. I just want to give it to her.
But like, you don't even know the nature of what this paper is.
No. What
He
do
just
I
knows
care?
it
I just
has
wanna
like
know-
words on it, and you can't read it.
I love that.
I can read it.
It's like this like
I can read it. I'm like, it says something about a librarian and free board and stuff, but I haven't even had an opening in the conversation to bring it up. Gimna doesn't care right now.
I love that she's
Okay.
just like, I'm just gonna give this paper to this adventurer, and then she's gonna get us money.
She's gonna make us famous. And so, gosh, let's see. I'm gonna turn to, yeah, I can't bring her in or demon out yet, which is actually ironically what I'm gonna be really good at doing shit. All right, yeah, I'm gonna go to sleep too. Forget it.
Okay.
Alright.
So how long are you guys gonna rest here for?
Until 6 in the morning.
Okay, that's a long time to literally sleep straight. So we can go ahead and say that you just spend some time, spend time resting here, maybe wandering around town, taking a walk. During this walk, you notice kind of far, not significantly far away from the town, but like not in town either. There's a building here. Get the idea that this is probably the library.
Oh, cool.
Where at?
All right,
Bottom right.
down here.
Okay.
I'm gonna show a dwarf this funny letter that has I'm gonna say this isn't common, but it doesn't make much sense. So I'm gonna go ask the person what it means. You wanna come with me?
Are you talking to Gimna?
Yeah, I'm talking to Gimna.
All right.
This
so,
is the next
so
day.
This is the next day. So I was passed
Yeah.
out until the next day. Oh, okay.
No, I'm asking. Is this after your guys' long rest?
Yeah.
Oh well,
Okay.
I assume I would just wake up whenever I wake up from.
Well,
That's
yeah.
kind of what I would think. I
Recovering.
didn't think we'd scheduled for 6 a.m. I don't agree to that. I think long rest. When do we wake up, DM?
Well, what I was saying was like, rather than literally just staying cooped up there until 6 in the morning from noon, I just said that like you guys kind of like
Do
both
we
rested
go out
there.
at 8 at night? Like, does she wake up by 8
Gimna's
at
just
night?
gonna wake up when she wakes up, and she's gonna feel groggy and a little hungover, and she's gonna be like, she's just gonna roll awake. So you tell me what time she wakes up at. Is there still light outside?
No.
No, it's dark.
Okay, so it's dark.
Okay.
What
so,
time is it?
So I wake up, and who's in here with me? Is both Calypso and Wednesday in there with me?
Unless they left, yeah. There was only 2 beds here in this quarters that Wednesday was given access to.
All right. Who's in my bed?
Fortunately-
Just me.
Yeah. Fortunately, you actually both you, Gimna and Calypso, you were allowed to use the bed. Wednesday was never allowed to sleep on the bed here for fear of ruining the fabric, so she just slept on a cushion nearby.
So I have a basket in my inventory that I use as a bed.
Yeah, you slept in that.
Okay. So do I wake up before them, or are they already awake?
Did you guys wake up first?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm already awake, and I'm like rubbing her hair. Okay.
I wake up.
You're rubbing my hair, Gimna's hair.
Yeah.
Sure how
I
to
think that's
treat
what
you,
you're
but I
saying.
want you to like me, so I'm like,
You broke up, PJ. Are your
trying
best?
to coax you awake very gently.
Okay, so I assume you're messing with my hair. Okay, so she wakes up, she sees you stroking her hair, and she kind of slowly wakes up. She slowly opens her eyes, and then her eyes go wide, and she looks at you, and she goes, "We didn't. Did we? You're not."
You sure did.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know. Did we?
And she
Oh,
kind
boy.
of
Give a little-
stands
give a little
up.
sly
She
smile
stands
and-
up real fast and sees she's fully dressed, and she's like, she puts 2 and 2 together, and realizes that she couldn't have done anything given what she sees. And she's just like,
I'm sure impressed.
Did you bring me here because I drank too much?
I'm sure impressed how you got dressed afterwards.
What in the world are you? I thought I dreamed. Are you real?
Yep, and I'm about to go solve a mystery about this letter that's written poorly.
Are you tall, or like what? Are you look a lot like Lulu? What does Wednesday look like?
I'm gonna say that I look as tall as a human.
Okay, but you're pink, or
Yeah, I'm pink.
okay. All right, and so she's just like mesmerized by what you are, and she's like, You are both two of the most exotic people I have yet to encounter.
Oh, that is so nice of you to say. Most people say I'm hellish and I look like I came from the ninth pit.
Oh, you
well,
weren't so
well,
bad in
you
the.
do, but the Ninth Pit looks like a place I'd like to go.
Oh, you weren't too bad in
Ooh,
the sack last night
so.
either, young lady.
Okay, that's
Okay, now
enough.
this is getting weird.
Yeah,
Uh,
just to fill you in, we did not do anything. Your breath was horrible. Although it's to
Oh,
be expected for how much
she
you
So,
she
drink.
puts her hand in front of her mouth and goes, and then sniffs real fast. And she's like, "Yeah, I should take care of that."
so I'm gonna
But
look at them
anyway,
too, and I'm gonna say, "Well, I got a mystery to solve with this letter that Clipstone knows about." And I'm gonna start
yeah,
walking off this way.
instead of trying to decipher something that was written by a toddler, how about we work on this letter right here that was written by a librarian?
I'm gonna say, "Well, we'll get to that. I just want to figure this out. The house is right over here," and I
Oh,
start walking over.
hold on. I don't know what's going on here. What's this letter? What are we doing? I got stuff
Okay,
I
so
gotta
you're
do. So if you guys need my
oh,
help,
I would
or
love to help you with that. But so your job is to go on quests, and I'm gonna go along with you and support you and
I'm
help you
sorry.
out with
I'm
everything.
sorry. I don't know what I said to you earlier today. I don't really remember. I remember being quite angry. But you're gonna have to tell me
You
all over
promised that
again.
you
You're
would.
gonna have to tell me
Okay,
all over again, little lady. I'm sorry.
you promised you were gonna help me save this barbarian or save this librarian. I'm sorry, he's not a barbarian. It's a
He's
little
a
librarian.
librarian barbarian.
You promised that you were going to help me do what was ever necessary to, take care of whatever she needs. Here's her letter.
I'm gonna pause you for a second. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
Is she rolling a perception check? Do I have to worry about her trying to see through it, or is she just accepting what I say?
It'll just depend on your deception roll.
Gosh.
Because you're
Let's
lying
see.
about her having said that she would help you already.
Well, yeah, she was drunk
Yeah.
and has no memory of this.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, do you
Um,
want to do my rule, Bunsen, where the player, if it's to an actual player, then the player can be the one to call for the roll? Because I would
Oh.
say that Gimna at this point would just believe her.
Oh, I was just gonna ask for the roll and have you decide.
Okay, you're the DM,
deception
so
is
it's
plus
whatever
6,
you like.
so total is 18.
Okay, so she's gonna be she's not gonna question what you're saying right now. She already knows this is clearly not new to her, getting so drunk she doesn't remember.
I'm gonna look back at the two. I'm gonna start
And you
waving.
also said something about your sacred honor binding you to do this task. I wasn't paying attention for half of it, but here's the letter.
So she's Gimna just like trying to comprehend this like waterfall of words you're throwing at her. She just gives up and snatches the letter. What do I see on the letter again?
So this letter reads, to all adventurers, come help me complete my book collection. Southeast of Port Relia.
Okay, so she
So-
hands the letter back to Calypso, and she just says, "I'm sorry, I got way more important things to do. I gotta find this guy, Volstark. I don't have time to collect books. I'm sorry."
I'm
But
gonna
you
look at them
touched
two.
your
I'm gonna
sacred
say,
honor. What does that even mean?
It's not important. You go find your books, and I'm gonna go find who I need to find, and I wish you luck.
Sorry.
I promised room and board. Right now, you have nowhere to sleep.
Let me tell you something, sister. I've been out here a long time, and I know how to get by on my own. I might get myself into trouble once in a while, but I've always been able to manage.
I'll help you steal some liquor.
Hang on just a second. Rainbow, what were you saying earlier?
I was saying I'm gonna look at back at them while they can still kind of see me. I'm gonna wave at them,
Oh.
and I'm gonna continue going on that way to this house right over here.
Gimna sees you waving, but doesn't care.
Anyway, yeah, I'll help you steal some liquor if you help me. Or you know what? To hell with the librarian. Here are some other cards that were pinned of other people that needed help.
So you handed it. What do I see on these other cards?
Oh, you just took everything on that notice board?
Yes.
All right, so I'm thumbing through. How many cards am I thumbing through here?
7 cards. Unfortunately, these are all just advertisements for stores around Port Relia, such as that paper advertising the store was literally just outside of Eldar's general store. One for there's a flyer for the Goliath's Caber, the weapon and armor shop in here.
Okay.
And even some shops outside the town, but like no one else is asking for help on that notice board.
Okay. So Gimna's looking over these, and she's like, "What are you handing me these for? Is something wrong with you? Do I need to find some help for you?"
No, I'm gonna hand her back the librarian card, and I'm gonna cast a minor. Let's see, how obvious is it for me to cast a minor illusion? Pretty obvious. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do that later. I'm gonna say no. All right, where are you going?
Well, I'm just looking for someone, so I'm gonna go wherever the wind takes me and see what I can find. That's
That
my
sounds so
mission.
exciting. That's like total bard shit. Total bard shit. I have to come. Are we trying to kill this person, or yeah, like let me help you. I can totally sing you war songs. Gilma the Brave.
She said,
Better
please
behave,
don't, please
or
stop, please. What's your name? Calypso, was it? Can you like pull your head out of your ass for like 2 seconds?
How dare you?
I know you have a gorgeous ass, but you can pull if you could just pull your head out and focus just for a minute, just for a little
Very
bit.
focused. What can I do for you?
Okay, I don't need any help. I know that you've got an important mission to find books or whatever it is, or that weird slime person that you gotta go help. So if you wanna just get the fuck out of here so I can go about my business, that would be great.
Well, there's no need to get profane, Grandma. Gilma.
All right. She starts to walk out the door.
Wait, I need you to make me famous.
You know, you walked out the door just in time too, because the warrior that held you by the collar earlier just entered the room and was about to say something about you still being there.
About me still being there?
Yeah, the warrior that carried you by the collar earlier was just about to ask why you're still here right before you left.
Oh, but so he didn't then?
No, he was like standing there awkwardly for a moment, like he was going to go like, why are you still here?
All right, so I'm gonna be walking out into the street. I assume Calypso's gonna be running out behind me.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so where? So what do I see out here? What's going on? Is there lots of people? It's the middle. It's nighttime now, right? So.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 8 or 9 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock.
All right.
So at this time, you've caught the other time at which people are not walking around very much.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Are you going to go over to where Wednesday went, or are you going to go somewhere else?
So I'm probably just gonna keep going to try and find, like, go from store to store and ask about. I try to be subtle when I'm asking, but I'm looking for a guy named Volstark. You heard of him? So, what is this place right next door to the temple, right there?
Just a resident. A resident who, picked a house right next to the temple. Probably a big fan of Helm.
Okay.
So inside. So do you knock on the door?
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk up and knock on the door. Oops. How do I?
All right.
There we go.
A short for an elf lady answers the door. Hello?
How short? She's still taller than me?
Yeah, still taller than you. She's still an elf, but like as far as elves go, she's kind of
okay. And so she just says, again, as soon as she opens the door, Gina just says, "Hi, you don't know me. I'm new around this town, and I noticed you picked your property right here next to this temple, and I've heard some rumors that this temple might have something to do with a man named Volstark. Have you heard that name before?"
So she was following what you were saying up until the temple having something to do with Volstark, and she goes silent and just kind of staring at you for a second and says, "I need to go do something," and she politely, slowly closes the door on you.
Can I put I want to stick my flail. So, like, you know how the flail has a chain hanging down with the ball on it. But
Right.
I stick that part where the chain's hanging from between the door. So like I had it out already, and I'm just gonna stick it in the door crack so she can't close it.
Okay.
So
Gotcha. I'm gonna wedge.
not threateningly, just like very gently, just like stick it in the door, and just I was gonna say, wait, hold on. I'm not here to get you in trouble or anything. I just need to know. This is a personal vendetta.
I'm gonna wedge my petite frame in between her, and I'm gonna say, did she say vendetta? She meant vendor. Vendor.
You're cutting in and out. You're cutting in and out. Did she say vendetta?
Oh.
She meant what?
I said, did she say vendetta? She meant vendor. He's one of our customers, and once you know it, he didn't leave a forwarding address. He put in a big order, and we're trying to deliver it to him. Can you let us know where he went so we can deliver?
I just need to talk to Vol Stark. You know where he is?
So she reopens the door. She's confused by your talk about this Volstark being like someone that just didn't pay or whatever. And she
No, he paid. I have a delivery for him. That's what I said.
Wait, I'm sorry. You said you have a delivery for Volstark?
Yeah, so what I said was, and I must have said it pretty fast. I can repeat it in
You were cutting
like.
in and out. That's the problem.
Oh, I said, did she say vendetta? What she meant was vendor. We're vendors, and this Volstart guy's one of our regular customers. He just recently made a large purchase, and he forgot his address. And so we're trying to deliver it for him, but we can't find him. Can you point us in the right direction?
Gimna kind of looks at you and she kind of grins, like she's like quick on your feet. Like she doesn't say that, but she's thinking it.
So, upon hearing that you guys might be related to this Volstark, she more panically closed the door.
All right, so my flail's still in the way. Does she do anything to try and actually close the door?
Yeah, she kind of panically like pushes the flail back out the door and closes the door. She's very clearly not comfortable about this or any business related to this Volstark you speak of. Gimna, since you're actually from Tarmadil, go ahead and make a history check with advantage.
I'm from Tarmadil.
Well, yeah, you're from a village that's on here.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Hold on. Let's see. What am I making? A history check?
With advantage.
Oh, okay.
Because you're from here.
Let's see. 2d20. And then, oh, I'm not. I'm looking at the wrong character sheet. Had Wednesday open. Okay, plus 0. So.
Okay.
It's, what is it with these double
It's a
rolls,
fail.
man? Alright, 4.
That's what I was saying. I got a double freaking 1.
And I got a double 5s earlier.
So I guess you're still kind of hungover. For some reason, you kind of forgot like a lot of things about whoever this Volstark might be. You know it's an important name, but you're still kind of hungover, not feeling so great. You don't quite remember the importance of the name aside from having a personal vendetta against this Volstark.
Okay.
So Gimna, are we gonna go like on an epic adventure and try to kill this Volstart guy?
I just need to find out more about him. All I know is, well, you don't need to know.
Oh, that's the best part. I love secrets. I won't tell anybody else. Not even the pink slime guy.
Give him a laugh.
Oh.
It's just like, sure you won't, honey.
All right. Well, I don't think being door-to-door vendors is really going to get us very far. Do you have any other ideas?
Well, this person clearly seems to know something, so I'm considering busting down this door and making her tell me someone else I can talk to, but...
But then those guys in the plates will show up again.
Hang on just a second.
Temple.
So, as you say that you're going to break into the door or thinking about it, the elf woman's husband is approaching the door.
Okay.
And overheard that, and he says, "What are you two doing here, and why are you talking about breaking into my door?"
Well, it's a matter of life and death, sir. I need to find this man named Volstark. Is your wife? Your wife, is it? She clearly seems to know something when I say that name.
Is he a friend of yours?
So, After you say that, Gimna, the guy says, "Yeah, everyone knows Volstark," and you
Oh, he must be
suddenly,
very popular.
he's something. He's kind of known for, pillaging everything that he comes across. He's kind of a big orc leader deal.
Oh, that's great! I am
This is-
so happy about this.
And this is the
Gimna,
husband
I think
saying all
these guys
this.
are pointing us.
Sorry, what?
That's the husband saying all this, not
Yeah,
DM.
and
Okay.
yeah, and as yes, that was the husband speaking.
Okay.
And as he says that, Gimna, you suddenly remember, oh yeah, Volstark, that famous, infamous orc leader from the north of Tarmadil, who is feared everywhere that he takes foot.
Oh, this is so exciting. So let's go kill Volstark. This is going to be great.
The husband hears that and goes, "Good luck, ladies." And he walks between you to go back into his own house.
Okay, so I stop him. I hold my flail out in front of him, kind of like, if you stop someone with a sword, you kind of cross it in front of him. And I'm just like, no, hold on. What else do you know about this Volstark? Where can I find him?
Are you doing a persuasion or intimidation?
So this was just still casual. She's not trying to be intimidating at all.
All right.
She might get that way, but she's not there yet.
Well, I mean, if he's a pillager from the north, it sounds like he just kind of takes his tribe from the remote land and attacks from the north, right? Isn't that how these things work?
So that would be a 13 on persuasion.
Okay. So the husband
Anybody
says,
even hear?
Yeah, I hear you.
The husband says, all right, listen, no one's seen Volstark in like a year, but that's for the best. We don't want to talk about him around here. We don't
That's
want
fine.
to...
I'm not going to talk to anyone else. I'm not going to tell them that you said anything to me. I just need to know where I can find him, or if there's anyone else I can talk to try to find him.
Well, I mean, if you had a map, I could point it out to you. But it's just northeast here. Go past Allwine Oaks.
Thank you very much. Speaking of which, where can I buy a map? I'm new in town, if you can't tell.
He nods like, yeah, you could kind of tell. In fact, he almost seems like he could almost believe that you weren't even from Tarnadil. He says, well, have you tried the general store?
Well, no, I have not. Where is the general store?
He points this way.
Oh,
Although-
they can't have that great of stuff. They wouldn't even buy my disguise kit.
He does follow up saying, by the way, when it says 5 feet and 30 feet, that's definitely not to scale.
Oh, okay.
But he does follow up his pointing just across. He says, it is closed now, though.
And so, okay, so she says, all right, well, thank you for your time. I don't mean to disturb you so late.
All right. He continues into his house, but he does turn around before he enters and say, I mean, librarian's a weird lady. She might still be up. I don't know. And he enters.
Oh, okay. So, with that information, Gimna pulls back out the note and rereads it. What does it say again? Something about missing books?
Yeah, it says, attention adventurers, help me complete my book collection, offering free room and board and enchantments for services.
Okay, alright. So, she's going to go and try and find the librarian then. Does it have an address or something on it?
Yeah, it says to the southeast of Port Relia. In fact, it's like, are you going to say anything to Calypso about this? Because she was trying to push you to do that this entire time.
So, yeah, so after Gimna looks at the note, she's like, you heard him talk about the librarian, right?
Oh, yeah, the lady who had a quest that you pledged your sacred honor to... Yeah, that lady?
Yeah, that lady. She's like, come on. And she grabs Calypso by the wrist, by the dainty little wrist, and just
I'm
pulls
so
her
glad
along.
your honor matters again.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say, meanwhile...
Yeah, I was just going to say, you should probably jump over to Wednesday.
Yeah, so while all that was happening, Wednesday reached this weird stone hut. It looks barely kept together. Like, it doesn't look like it's going to crumble any moment, but it looks like it's not very well kept. There's even a couple of cobwebs you can see on the outside. Someone lives here, but doesn't really care for the cleanliness of this not very well used place. In fact, probably someone doesn't even pay rent because, like, no one bothers living here or would pay to be here.
All right, I'm gonna knock on the door.
All right. You hear some shuffling around, some movement, quiet movement back to the door, and the door creaks open, and an human human lady, could even call her a hag, just like with a really bad posture, opens the door with a creak and says, "Well, hello there. What can I help you with?"
I hand her the paper and go, I don't understand this at all.
Most can't. I try to help with that.
Oh, I would appreciate a lot of help with that.
Come in.
I come in.
And she leads you over to like really low table with just like really low crappy stools around the table. On the center of this table is like a weird red crystal ball, and she starts moving her hands around it and asks, "Would you like to have your past foretold?"
No, I just kind of want to know what this paper says.
Oh. Wow.
I was told that you wrote this, and maybe you needed some help with something.
What can I help others with, my dear? You're starting to feel uncomfortable with this weird old lady. If you don't want to have your past foretold, I'm afraid there's nothing else I can help you with right now, young lady.
How much?
Sorry, what?
I said, how much?
Oh. How much what?
For the whatever she's gonna do.
Oh. My services are free. But if you have a plea for help, that is on you.
I look at her and go, I don't understand what you mean.
She starts just like waving her hands around this weird red crystal ball. It doesn't strike you as do you have like the ability to detect magic passively or anything?
I don't think passively, no.
Okay. It doesn't. Let's say it doesn't take the wizard equivalent of a detect magic scientist, or a rocket scientist, I meant to say. It doesn't look like there's very much magic happening here, as far as you can tell. Actually, no. You know what? I'm sorry. Make a perception check.
What is my perception? It's plus nothing. Okay.
Oh, boom.
What is it with
Natural
Rainbow and 20s? Holy crap!
Oh, by the way, Rainbow, fuck you.
He stole all your luck.
Yeah.
No
I gave
kidding.
him all my nats ones.
Yeah, in one roll, no less.
So, you're noticing that she's waving her hands around this really weird red crystal ball, and you're actually very keen. You can tell that there is some sort of magic happening here. You don't know what. You can't even tell. Like, even if you were to detect magic, you wouldn't be able to tell what kind of school it is. But it's like a very weird. I don't know. Essentially, you get a weird sensation about what's happening here, but nothing of note is really happening. The red orb isn't even really giving off much of a glow, if at all.
Okay, I leave.
All right. So as you get up to leave, she says, "Looks like you haven't done a whole lot yet. I don't have much past to foretell for you. come back later after you've done something major.
I say, sure. And then I'm about to say, maybe in 500 billion years.
She doesn't pay you much mind. She just goes back, sits on a weird, creaky old rocking chair across the room.
So I leave and I go, well, maybe I'll go to the library and read some more books.
All right. Nice natural 20, by the way.
He'd been practicing very hard. It finally paid off.
Yes. So, are you guys going to meet up at the library?
Yep.
All right. It has been about 2 hours since we started. Does anyone need to stop?
I'm good to keep going.
I'm good.
I've got 1 more hour in me.
All right. Rainbow?
I'm good to go, but you know what? Let them go ahead. I'm gonna be AFK for like 5 minutes. I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we take a break or?
We can take a break if you guys need.
Let's take a 5-minute break. I need to refill my
All
water.
right. Cool. I could do with a little bit of food.
All right.
Dude, I cannot believe that every attempt at getting drinks served in that bar went awry. And not just kind of awry, very awry.
Yeah. It was going to take some pretty amazing convincing to get the guy to serve Gimna another drink.
Well, I mean, the fact
guys-
that, like, the.
And you guys went
what
and got
did he
yourselves
roll on-
banned from the only tavern in town. Congratulations.
What did he roll against my charm?
Let me check. He rolled an 18.
Oh, I was so irritated about that. Lucky bastard. And, like, I don't. It sucks that it's a fixed roll, too. You know what I mean? Like, I can't roll high. None of my modifiers help whatever it lands. But, yeah. Like, I thought of everything.
Wait, is Mirama still hanging around here? Hi, Mirama.
She's been listening.
I'll be right back. I can continue this director's commentary when I get back from getting some water.
Okay.
I just muted, but did I drop off my network, or can y'all still hear me?
I hear you.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like walking around the house getting some food I haven't eaten for a good long while. Oh my gosh, yeah, I was that was really funny. I have another plan if we go into the bar again, and like I don't know, it's up my sleeve, but either the bar will have to be very empty, and I'll have to have given us help, or the bar will have to be very full. But my first plan, the reason I asked you if you knew who owned the bar, is I was going to use disguise self to appear as the owner, and I was going to fire the cook.
Oh, gotcha. That would have been awesome.
That was my plan. And then when it turned out that like it was a one-man band, I was like, okay. Fine.
That's what I gathered, since he kicked me out of everything. Either that or he knows the owner, or knows the owner won't care that he took charge.
Yeah.
But
So I had that plan, and like, oh my gosh, I was before we found out that it was like a guy. I was gonna try to like create a ruckus outside to get some waitresses out there, and then I was gonna pose as a waitress to serve the drinks. Like I had 5 or 6 different approaches to this thing.
I would like to get that. Well, not I, but Gimna would like to get that bartender back.
Well, if she has ideas of vengeance, I have another in this world apparently sure to fail plan. See if I can land us in even more hot water.
By the way, you're cutting in and out real bad tonight for some reason.
See, that's weird. Maybe I've got my sensitivity set too low because I'm using the computer that works.
Yeah,
Is
well,
Vincent-
your mic always does this a little bit, but tonight it's particularly bad.
That sucks. Has it been decent lately?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, I'll up the sensitivity and see if that makes a difference.
And by up it, you mean drag the slider to the left, right?
Yes.
Okay, just
Yes.
making sure you know the difference. If you drag
Yeah,
it to the
because I
right,
know
you'll
that.
make it worse.
Yeah, it adds the resistance.
Chev always has to mansplain to people.
Okay. Mirama, how have you been enjoying the the goings on?
I don't know if she's actually here right this second.
Oh, was it not her that I just heard speaking?
No, it was
It was
Dakota.
Dakota, PJ.
Oh, sorry. I'm not at the I only heard you for a second and I'm not actually at my computer, so I didn't see the name.
Isn't
But, okay, how
mansplaining
have you been-
specifically talking down to a woman?
What?
She told me I tried to mansplain you, so either you're calling PJ a woman, I guess, or
Are we not all playing women?
Oh, yes, I want to hear
Yeah,
that.
exactly. You guys
When
are
did
all playing
Gimna
women. Ugh.
mansplain? When did the mansplaining take place?
when I told
Just
when I was
randomly, he
verifying
was
that you
like-
made to make sure you know how the slider worked.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. That's not mansplaining. That's explaining how something works.
I
Thank
know,
you.
I was just kidding.
Oh, okay. Now, if you said
It was a
mansplaining,
joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
That's
Oh,
very
I was-
original. Good job.
yeah, that was I could see Gimna doing that though to Calypso.
Doing what? Over explaining something?
Mansplaining.
Oh yeah, totally.
That'd be
So-
woman-splaining.
I'm kind of curious how many places Calypso can get kicked out of.
Did you just assume Gimna's gender?
Dude, you told me Gimna was a female. Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Welcome back.
I've
Hi,
actually
Bunsen.
I've been back for a minute. I was just taking a bite of a Pop-Tart. Not sponsored by Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts and
Look at
pizza.
Bunsen.
The foods of Bunsen.
Not true. I eat other things. Hey, Mirama.
No. I'm pretty sure you've only ever eaten Pop-Tarts and pizza.
We need to get Bunsen like some pizza flavored Pop Tarts.
Gross,
God.
no.
Ugh.
Mirama, or Dakota and Mirama, what have you been thinking of my first time DMing? I feel like I've been a little weak on the improv.
I'm pretty sure
but-
Dakota literally just joined during the break and hasn't heard anything.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
It's been epic, though, let me tell you. This is some of the best banter. And PJ, your personality with your character's personality is like the perfect role playing.
Thank you.
you're forced. Like I was worried that because I'm like, well, Gimna would try to avoid partying up with you guys. So I'm like playing that, and I'm like worried, like, how are you guys gonna make this happen? And I'll be damned if Calypso isn't like this. Like, you're playing her personality perfect, or she's just following me around like a little pet. Like, it's like, no, this is so awesome. Let's go on an adventure. Even though I'm trying to get away from you.
How did you like the vendor? Vendetta? Oh, she meant vendor.
Remember I told you Gimna gave you a grin because she was like, you're a quick thinker, making up spinning that yarn on the spot.
I got my mic turned on. Bunsen, I just want to say you're doing a good job, but you're definitely getting tortured.
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
not
what did
trying
I
to torture
miss?
you. I'm just trying to roleplay her as best I can.
Well, Dakota, they got kicked out of the only tavern in Port Aurelia.
Oh,
They got
geez.
no.
banned. They got banned.
No,
from
wait,
it,
hold on.
actually.
There's a tavern here, and then didn't you say there's a tavern over here?
No,
I remember when it was over here, you said there's a tavern over here.
no. Someone asked if there was one there.
And you said there was.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Well, we're gonna have to figure
Rainbow.
back in.
Fight, fight, fight.
If he says there's no tavern over there, then there's not. It doesn't matter what was said earlier. There was obviously a misunderstanding somehow, or maybe he
Hey,
misspoke.
Bunsen, my only suggestion would be when your players go to an area, describe the area to them.
Yes, please.
All right.
Like just
There's
off
been
the
a
bat,
few-
just describe what they can see just naturally from walking into a place.
All right.
Otherwise, you're doing great.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I still
Yeah,
can't believe
like
that.
I was struggling to picture what the inside of the temple looked like. That's a good.
That was
a
the
good
biggest
point.
hang up point. Like, okay, what what?
Because I was like,
what's in here?
apparently this temple has a dungeon and room and board and and a guard's quarters.
I mean, a temple's a big place.
Yeah, but I imagined
am-
walking into the first part would be like walking into some type of like cathedral or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Like you guys entered into like a little lobby area, and then if you went further straight into the building, you would have reached the cathedral area.
Gotcha.
And were there like stairs to go down below? In a lot of Catholic church, the cathedral's on the main floor. You've got the lobby, and then stairs that go down from the lobby. And underneath the church, there's like the classrooms and the
Yeah.
priests' quarters and all that stuff.
Yeah, there's
totally
stairs
fit.
left and right, up and down. But wow, I still I can't believe that you guys got banned from the only tavern in town.
Can you really not
Well-
believe that?
Yeah. I especially can't believe that wasn't Rainbow's fault.
It's partially your
Yeah,
fault.
my favorite part is how Rainbow is trying his best to keep everything on track.
Gimna's got some
I mean-
demons. One of the ways she deals with them is by getting trashed from time to time.
And you like there were no waiters. There was like I did not have any angle to fight this bar like Fort Knox, which is a pity because there's nobody in it ever.
Well, it was in the morning.
Yeah. Oh well. Like I said, I've definitely got a few schemes up my sleeve to get us back in, but I'll just have to see how things unravel.
I think my favorite part was when I was able to use reverse psychology on a dwarf and say, "Yeah, he said you couldn't sleep. Just a noob sleeper."
Yeah, that was pretty great.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, we ready to go again?
Yes, indeedy. Actually, you know what? Give me one more minute. I want some water too. I should have got up and got some. Sorry. Hold on. My mouth is dry.
Well, while he's doing that, I think I'll get up and have a beer.
Hee hee hee.
I love how like Bunsen was really concerned about me being silly.
I mean, I've been that silly. I've been true to my character.
I haven't been silly at all.
Yeah, like what's happened hasn't been silliness.
I just got drunk and
My favorite part is
I figured
the,
at the end of the night I didn't put in the drunk tank.
my favorite part is the sexual tension between you two right now.
Yeah, that was not expected.
I wasn't even like she could appreciate a good face, you know, but so far there's nothing there like real.
Well, I mean, let's not speak too quickly.
On Gimna's end.
Yeah, no,
Okay, I'm ready.
me too.
Okay, I'm gonna mute and then listen still. Bye bye.
Bye.
So, everyone back?
Yep,
Rainbow?
back.
Alright. Oh boy.
Yep.
Just breathe.
Don't get the butterflies
In through the
stomach, you're
nose,
fine.
out through the mouth.
Just kidding. Okay. So, let's go ahead and say that the three of you meet back up on your way to the library.
Okay.
So, so you guys are around here-ish.
Okay.
So, it's this library. It's just on the outskirts of town. It's between it's like unkempt. It's not nearly as bad as the stone hut that Wednesday went to, but like it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of upkeep around on this library. The library building itself, like the architecture, is actually quite impressive. It's actually, yeah, it's got a couple pillars on it, but the building itself looks like the pillars are clearly decorative. They're not large enough to actually house anything important.
Okay.
It's mostly from the outside looking in. It's more like, well, out from the outside, just looking at the building, it looks like it's more one large room for the most part. Like,
Okay, and this is the library.
yes,
Okay, and
Alright.
the library that looks like a mini version of the temple.
look, there weren't many stock images I could use.
Oh, so you actually
So
put them back together piece by
Give him
piece.
a break.
I didn't realize
I'm
you put them out together piece by piece. That's actually cool.
Thank you.
I'm gonna cast a presentation on that library like 5 billion times to clean it up. I'll wait here for a year. I'm just joking.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and veto that.
This looks just like the library that they had at the Bard School, except for ours were a lot cleaner. And I don't know if they use as pages here as they did back there.
Pages is
but,
what?
back there you never knew if the book would be missing pages from rolling paper. You know, we used what we could.
Okay, so are we gonna try to go into the library then, or we're standing right out in front of it still?
Yeah, let's go in. I'm very excited.
All
to
right,
meet
so
this
Gimna
librarian.
grabs the note. She pushes past you two. She's just not waiting for either of you. You guys are kind of just following her, as far as she's concerned. And so she just marches right up the steps. And what's the door look like? Can I just push it open?
Yeah, it has a lever on it. You can pull down the lever. There's a slight creak, but the door opens just fine. A little bit of a heavy door, actually. Like it's wood, but it's kind of heavy wood.
Okay, so Gimna just bears down on her feet a little bit, just kind of throws the door open.
All right. And inside you see a library with not a ton of books, honestly. They're it looks like it's been semi-recently dusted, gotten rid of some cobwebs. It looks like someone's trying their best to make the place not look like garbage. As far as shelves, there are a lot of shelves in this large room, but not a whole lot of books. The few books that there are, they're just kind of like. Oh, hello.
I don't know who we lost.
Dakota left.
That was Dakota.
Oh, okay. Had me spook for a second. So what few books there are, they're just kind of almost neatly put on the shelves, but because there aren't nearly enough books to have like a neat rows of books across shelves, they're just like most of them like horizontally laid on the shelves. Within the room, you see like a couple doors down the other side of this large library room. That's all you can tell. Just some doors over there between some shelves. In the center, you see a squarish counter in the center of the library room, but there doesn't appear to be anyone here at the moment. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna let Gimna know. I'm gonna look for all the books about killing orcs that they have.
Gimna's just like, we gotta find this librarian.
I'm gonna
maybe there's
grab
a-
5 books off the shelf.
I just want to talk to this librarian.
maybe there's a bell at the desk, and so I'm gonna walk up and see if there's a bell.
Before he does that, I'm gonna grab 5 random books off the shelf and pretend like I just walked in with them.
All right. I'm gonna let you know. It's gonna be quite obvious. You just got them from here. There are so few books. It's easy to tell if.
Okay, I'm not
5
gonna do
of them
that then.
Yeah, you would have to go to like 2 or 3 shelves to get 5 books.
Is there a bell at the counter?
There is.
Okay, I'm gonna hit it.
All right. You ring the bell, and you hear some movement in one of the rooms on the other end of from one of the rooms at the other end of this room. No footsteps, but rustling and movement.
I'm gonna hit it some more.
The sounds are about the same, and one of the doors open, revealing what appears to be like a kind of a bedroom on the inside, and you see a green, like a deep green Simvolk open the door and come outside. And
Do I know this slime folk?
Roll me a perception check. You know what?
I should have asked. Simvolk are they not rare here? Like, are people used to seeing them?
Well, I don't know if this is too meta. Around town, they don't seem to mind the concept of Simvolk too much.
Okay. Because
Probably mostly because
I had given a react as as though she'd never seen anything like Wednesday.
Like, I mean, Wednesday's been in Port Relia for a few months now. It's kind of a normal sight by now.
Okay.
All right. So, what did you roll, Rainbow?
12.
Plus.
I don't have anything for perception.
All right. You do not recognize this individual Simon Bulk. You feel like maybe you could, like, if you really sat there, maybe a spark might come. Like, you get that kind, you know when you're thinking about something, like something's on the tip of your tongue, but like there's just nothing there. Even if you sat there for 10 minutes, that's how you feel right now.
I'm gonna talk to her. Hi! I didn't know you were a slime Volk. We found your note at the general store and we're here to help.
Ah, yes. Hello. Welcome to my library. I am Jade.
It just says you're the librarian.
Yes, I am the librarian.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'll need to know what you know about Mr. Volstark.
Ooh, Volstark. Yes. So about that, let's not talk about Volstark yet.
Why?
Oh, because she's uncomfortable and you're making it worse. Don't mind Gimna. She doesn't understand the word of the meaning tact, or the meaning of the word tact. But
it's not quite that. It's just Volstark is very, how would you say, murdery. I don't think she takes a look at your guys' equipment and or lack thereof, any notable equipment, and she says, "Yeah, well, I don't think you will be able to fight him anytime soon, but maybe that could change sometime."
I'm gonna pull out both of my daggers and say, "Oh yeah, well look at these."
I called it.
Volstark has a long. I'm sorry.
And I'm looking back at Gimna for approval.
Yeah, so right when you hold up the two daggers up to her, like I assume you're not threatening, just showing like.
No, I'm just showing them off.
Yeah, she pretty quickly snaps back with, "I've heard that Volstark has a giant sword that's 8 feet long. I don't think you can attack him with those butter knives."
All right. So Gimna takes her flail and she kind of just pats her other hand with it. Kind of like if it was a baton, like just pats her other hand, like, "Don't you worry about us. We'll be able to take care of ourselves. We just need to know how we can find him."
Yeah, well, so here's the thing. I can help you fight Volstark, or help you get to a point where you can fight Volstark, but that is not the now.
I'm gonna walk up to him and go, "Do I know you?"
Jade kind of looks at you for a second. She thinks for a second, just, "No, I don't think we know each other."
Well, do you have any books about killing Volstarks?
Volstark is singular. There's only one Volstark.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I'm sure that whoever does slay this guy, he sounds really bad, but whoever slays him will get a lot of renown, and everybody will love that person and think that they're really nice, and their father might want to see their face again.
Calypso, this is important, okay? We gotta stay on track here. We gotta pay attention.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't think you will be able to hold a candle up to Volstark anytime soon. However,
go ahead.
Do you cut her off?
All I was gonna say, I think you and I were trying to get to the same place, and I was gonna say, do any of your missing books have? Can any of those help us?
Yeah. Well, so here she kind of goes over to the square counter in the middle. Like basically within this library room, there's just like a nice square counter right in the middle where one could stand behind the counter from and just look around the entire library, just turning around from within the
Right,
middle
right,
of
right.
this square. She pulls out from under one side of the counter a rather large book. It's got a very nice, like, light blue coloring on it. It's very well put together. It looks like it's pretty hefty as far as books come, like maybe around 10 pounds. Um, and you see on the front of it, as she holds it up in front of you, holds it up to you, towards you guys, it reads Forgotten Arcana, Volume 1 by, shoot, hang on, by Cassidy Faulkner. So she's holding this book and going, yeah, well, I have this first volume of a 7 series book called Forgotten Arcana, yeah? And I would like
Oh,
to...
those are the big books they tried to make us read in Bard School. Yeah.
Not quite. These are one-of-kind books, you see, written by a very famous, but for some reason gone, wizard researcher, yeah? Within these books are all sorts of incredible magical findings and research
Yeah.
on...
These are great fantasy stories and whatnot. I really need to find. I really need you to tell me how to find Volstark. I'm getting impatient here. I'm not one known for patience.
Yeah,
Oh no, Gilma's very impatient. Gimna, sorry, Gimna, sorry.
Gimna rolls her eyes while
yeah,
you try
yeah.
to talk over her.
So, Vostok almost certainly has one of these books. However, I don't think I would recommend you go to him yet. But someday, yeah?
Yeah, well, I mean, how do I believe you? And I don't think I want to see Gimna end up as a kebab. And so, or a dwarf bob, or so what do we need to do? What would you recommend, Jade? You, as a librarian, I'm sure that you know a lot about fighting and conquering.
Not quite, no. However, if you would like to help me complete my collection here, I can help you by providing you magic services and enchantments, yeah? And I can provide you room and board here.
That sounds well. I'm not in charge. You're gonna have to talk to to grandma.
Well, I assume that she's kind of been talking to both of you.
I'm gonna look at him and go. I'm a little bit confused. The one lady in town said that you're a barbarian librarian. What do you mean you can't fight?
So Gimna's just thinking, and she's clearly not going to get what she's looking for right now. So she's just kind of letting them talk, and probably just going to follow along for now.
Okay. So, Jade sets down the book on the counter, like offering by gesture that you can take a look through if you'd like. But she continues, yeah, well, if you can get me more of these books in this volume series, yeah, I can provide you with enchantments to make you stronger and more capable of fighting Volstark and not becoming a dwarf kebab, yeah?
You know, that sounds like a great idea. If you want to forward me a little bit of money, I'll go to whatever store they're being sold at. Are they at the general store? I didn't see any, but that doesn't mean they weren't there. The teller was kind of rude, and I don't know. Maybe you know him. I don't want to speak poorly about anybody in town, but he didn't even want to buy my face disguise kit.
Ah, yeah, well, uh, only very few copies of these books are known to exist, yeah.
Oh, so they're expensive. Where do we buy them?
So
Uh, simply put, you don't.
while they're talking, I'm gonna look at the book and kind of see if I remember anything about the book.
If you remember anything about the book.
Oh, you know what? I'll bet
If I
Gimna
ever,
knows where to find them.
if I ever came across any of these books before in my studies as a wizard.
Um, you know what? Make me... Hmm. Make me a history check.
Who?
Let's see.
Wednesday.
Did you roll?
That's your roll 6?
Yep.
Nope. It sure is a cool book though.
I'm gonna start reading it while they're talking. Then.
All right. As you read it,
So Gimna, where do we find more of these books?
Beats me.
do you mean Jade?
No, I was asking Gimna because the last thing I said was maybe Gimna knows where they are because you
No.
just told me I couldn't buy them.
Gimna doesn't know anything about the books. Gimna just says, I don't know anything about these books. I don't really even care.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Give me just a second. Like real person DM. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Just need a mental breather.
Okay. No worries.
Take a drink of water.
You okay?
I
Yeah.
don't think the blob knows where they are.
No, I'm trying to. Okay, slightly
I'm
meta.
joking, man. I'm staying in character and trying to joke off of the pause.
Okay.
Roll with it.
Okay. So about when you're suggesting that you could simply buy these books somewhere, Jade goes, yeah. Well, I don't think you could find these books anywhere that they would sell. However, I know that there are the other 6 volumes of these books. They are held by some very scary people. Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. Did they come in here and take your books? Gimna, we are going to kill all of them.
I don't know actually. Make a perception check.
Me?
Yeah.
All right. Bitchin'.
Ooh.
Finally, the die
19.
starts paying me my due.
19 plus 3, so that's a 22. So yeah, you can definitely tell that like she really doesn't know what happened to all these volumes. For that matter, she's not really sure. Like, yeah, she's not super sure where. Or, brain fart. I'm still new to this, guys.
That's cool.
Um,
Take your time.
So you can definitely tell that she's absolutely telling the truth. She really doesn't know why they have these books necessarily, or even why she only has one rather than any more than the first volume. So,
Well, it looks like you might not remember it all. If you're anything like Gimna, I understand completely. But can you point us in the direction of where to find these books?
yeah, well, I've heard rumblings of a very strange place up in Marvel Mountains. That's up north of here, across the sea here, or across a bit of the sea here. Yeah.
Oh, I've heard those are beautiful mountains. I love the mountains. Gimna, don't you like the mountains?
Yeah. In fact, you know what?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? Marvel Mountains?
Yes.
Okay.
And on that note, she goes, yeah, in fact, do I have you guys' assistance in this, yeah?
Well, you are providing beds, which is very important because Gimna not lost hers.
Yeah.
But she also really, really likes beer, and they don't want to sell it to her over at the tavern.
I think I'm okay. Hey, Eclipso. I think I'm okay. I'm okay on the beer. I have
not Eclipso.
whatever.
Oh, Gilma, I thought we were getting to know each other.
I'm good on the ale. Okay, I'm alright. I'm alright. I don't need any more.
Okay, well, should we have a huddle and see if board is enough? How do you decide, Gimna?
See if what's enough.
She wants us to go find her books, and she'll pay us in sleep at the library.
And then Chapman says you get me the books, yeah?
It's already nighttime. Can't we just sleep and then find you your books?
You guys just left.
Oh, so it's now the next day.
No, it's night. We slept from about noon to 8 o'clock, so we're fully slept, but our schedules are off.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I must have really missed something here.
So as you guys are talking about the price point, she goes under the counter again and pulls out a large map just rolled up and goes, "Yeah, if I have you guys' help, I can give you this map of Tarmadil too, yeah?"
Ooh, I like that idea. And you know what? If we go kick these guys' asses in the mountains, somebody will hear about it. You'll tell people about it, right, Jade?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll write a
So,
cool song about it to sing in the tavern, and
then
you're gonna
just
get us
tapping her
back into
foot.
the tavern.
yeah, as you guys say that, she offers you the map. Would you guys like to open it?
Sure.
Yes.
All right.
And
Check the Discord chat.
I was kind of curious what you were saying. What I was doing when I was reading the book, and then got cut off.
Oh, within the book is just a lot of talk about like the form of a proper firebolt being shot, and just musings on why firebolts or why the fireball spell came to be, and musings so on and so forth. Within
Does
this
that?
volume,
Okay. I was
It
asking if
sounds
that improves
amazing.
my firebolt.
no, it's not. It's not information that's going to help you. It's just musings about these things that, as far as you're reading so far. I've
Okay,
posted in
I got the
Tomes
map
and
open.
Rainbow and PJ. Would you like to take a look at the map?
I'm
Yes.
looking at it. Wait, what am I looking at? I'm not. I'm still reading the book. I'm not caring about the map right now.
Okay.
The player me sees it, but my character does not.
Okay, so are the mountains in the top left corner the mountains that we're going to?
Yeah. So as you guys open up the map and take a look at the map of Tarmadil, she points to the left town at the very left edge and goes, "We are here now, Port Aurelia, yeah? Up there on the northwest is the Marvel Mountains. You should be able to
Okay,
find."
we're the last town on the northwest, and so there's just like a little gulf between us.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sorry, didn't understand that earlier.
By the way, seeing this map refreshes your memory, Gimna.
Uh-huh.
The red tiles to the right of the mountains,
Uh-huh.
that is the domain of Volstark, and the Oline Oaks that was mentioned by the elf husband earlier. That
Uh-huh.
is that 3 hex, slightly brown spot between Volstead and Port Aurelia.
Okay.
And also your original home village of Lockfloose. That is that transparent, destroyed town on the top left of the lake in the middle.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So she rolls the map back up and hands it to whoever would like to take it.
I'll take it. I'll carry the stuff. Can you put like a little X where these guys are in the mountains?
Yeah, I believe so. And she takes the map back and tries to place an X.
So you're gonna hang on to the map, Calypso? You're not gonna lose it? You're not gonna misplace it?
Of course not. I'm very organized.
I hope so. This is our only map.
I hope
I'm
he
not the
doesn't
one.
try to sell it.
I think you might have me mistaken for someone else. Okay, well, I feel bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I mean, I'm kind of a night owl anyway.
Interesting.
She hands you the map back with an X right there, and she says, "I've heard that's at the base of Mount. What was it?" She starts going through like a book behind the counter and trying to find what was the name of this mountain again.
Mount whatever, but there's a lot of them out there, so
Oh yes, I really liked Mount whatever. Really nice mount.
Yeah, that's it actually. Mount of Waterbury.
All right, so these are where we need to go to get you your books.
And I'm sure there will be lots of heads to crack on these trips. So you
There
know what?
usually are.
We'll make you a deal. We can even crack the head of that rude cook on our way out.
The who?
The
Rude
guy I
cook.
wanted to destroy.
No, that was Jade asking.
Oh.
Oh, there was this cook who was really rude to Gimna, and he kicked me out of the restaurant for just wanting to help her out.
Ah, you mean what was his name again? Terry?
I've got a question for you, Jade. Who is in charge out here? Is there like a feudal lord or a prince or a king or a mayor?
Yeah, the leader of the Temple of Helm here. Yeah, Lord Tarn.
Okay. Does he? What's his name?
Lord Tarn.
Lord Tarn. And do you have a picture of Lord Tarn?
No, sorry.
You need to
don't have
describe Lord Ton.
Yeah, he
Lord
had
Ton.
Lord Tarn.
I know, it sounded like you said Lord Ton.
Lord Tongue.
Yeah, he's quite an old fellow actually, but you wouldn't be able to tell it from his posture. That said, he has a a magnificent white beard and mustache. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he wear a helm?
Uh, ironically, no.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Good luck, fellows.
Or I mean, sorry, I keep forgetting I'm not in charge. Gimna, are you ready to go?
Alright, let's get a move on.
Yeah.
All right.
What should I call you, actually?
Well, my name is Calypso the Great. I'm a bard, certified, and I pull out my diploma.
My name is Wednesday, and I live at the temple.
And this is Gimna, and she's a hero. Legend has it, she's killed more monsters than she can count.
Yeah.
How high can you count?
You know, I never bothered asking her, but let's go. I am ready. I'm gonna get famous.
Good luck, ladies. Don't die out there. Don't turn into a dwarf kebab, yeah?
Because, higher than you should count. That can mean like 5.
Uh-huh.
What was that?
I said,
I don't know.
I was saying, higher than she can count. That can mean like 5. We don't know how high she can count.
Yeah, you kind of get the feeling that she didn't. No offense, Gimna, you don't look like the most educated person, so.
I mean,
All right,
she's
well,
not dumb, but she's definitely not like
Her appearance doesn't let on that
intelligent.
she's very intelligent.
Yeah. Well, she's not maybe super intelligent.
okay. Guys, we're gonna stop by the bar real quick. Remind me the name of the Whitebeard guy. What was his name? Lord
Saint Nick.
I don't remember
Lord
his name,
Torn?
but I kind of want to put those times behind me now.
Okay, fine.
No, he was Calypso was asking about the Lord that Jade mentioned.
Oh, I thought you were asking about the cook.
No, his name was Lord Tarn, right?
Oh, okay, never mind.
You alright?
Yeah, Lord Tarn and what's the name of the orcish guy again? Varsinik?
Volstark.
Volstark.
Volstark. That's right. Okay. And so I am going to cast Disguise Self. And I'm going to make myself look like exactly one of the Hellmite guards.
Okay.
And I'm going to march right over to the bar again.
I'm not standing outside the bar, but I'm gonna
Kind
go
of
in the
keep an eye
bar
on
as
what's going on.
my familiar. so I can see what's going on with my cat, but I'm not really in the bar.
Okay. So, Calypso, what are you doing?
So I just disguised myself as one of the Hellmite guard.
Okay.
And what was the name of the cook again?
Terry.
Terry. And so I step into the bar. I'm like, Terry!
I'm trying to decide if Terry would even be there at 9.
At 9 o'clock at night? That should
Yeah.
be, I mean, usually inns and bars don't close until midnight.
So I'm gonna try to stay stealthily as my cat. So should I roll a stealth thing?
Since you're a black cat and it's dark, I'm gonna go ahead and say you're fine.
Okay.
Terry, you in here?
Terry comes out from the kitchen. It looks like he was basically hoping that the day was basically over, so he's already getting ready to take off his apron and go home. He comes out and says, "Yeah, what's up?"
Oh, Lord Cairn has located some champions to go out and protect us against Lord Varstark.
Roll me a deception check with disadvantage. You just made a big mistake.
Disadvantage? Give me a break.
You just made a big mistake.
All right, so oh gosh, so 7, so that end me up at 13, and the other one's 12, so 13. It's got to hold a little bit of water.
Terry looks at you for a moment, puzzled. Lord Cairn?
Yeah, Lord Cairn.
Lord Cairn.
Yes. Sorry, I'm new to the order.
I'm gonna say you have another chance to save yourself. Roll a deception check again. Just a flat deception check. Your mistake earlier was that you said the wrong name for the Lord.
Oh, bitchin'. Nailed it.
All right. So that is a 26. Or 23, rather.
Yep.
So Terry just goes, oh, all right, yeah. I don't think I've seen you around much.
Yeah, well, off tonight. They are about to head up north, and he wanted.
Sorry, you cut out.
He wanted. I said, we're sending them up north tonight. They're right about to leave, and he was hoping that they could get a good meal before they left. Can you fry up some meat and set some ale out for them?
Terry kind of, if it were possible for an adult to pout, he almost looks like he wants to pout because he just wants to go home already. And he says, all right, but like, what's in it for me?
Well, the gratitude of the order for sure. And we send We send so many patrons here. I mean, come on, do the Lord a favor.
All right. Yeah, he starts tying the apron back on and gets to work in the kitchen.
All right, and I turn back. Dwarf, wizard, come on in. Tiefling, you too. And then I leave. I pop out of sight, turn back into a tiefling, and walk into the inn, presumably after Gimna and Wednesday.
Yeah. So right when you say tiefling, he comes right back out from the kitchen holding a butcher's knife. He looks at you guys as you enter. He doesn't look like he's about to yell angrily, but he sticks the knife into the counter and says, "Get out. I told you before."
And I'm gonna turn to Gimna and said, Does this mean that the Hellmite Lord is a liar? He told us that this guy was going to treat us so kindly, and that our earlier mistakes were forgiven. I am so disappointed. He seemed so nice.
Lord Tarn can say what he wants, but this is my domain, and you're banned from my domain.
well,
You get the impression that he doesn't actually own this place himself, but he at least has enough authority to ban someone.
Gimna just is like kind of just trying to ignore what's going on in the back because she's a little embarrassed about her own behavior. She's getting little flashes of memory of what happened earlier in the day.
You guys are
Eh.
getting the message that you're banned from the Wandering Panther.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna look at him with only
I would like
the
to remind you
kind.
that he is holding a butcher's knife embedded into the counter right now.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna cast him. Like I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to
Thaumaturgy.
thaumaturgy to I can change like the color of my eyes, and so I'm gonna make him like glow pink, like super friendly, a little bit of yellow. I'm say, oh come now, your lord said that you would be treat us so well, and we are going off to fight
Be
for
gone
your
from my domain.
from your domain.
He said he called this place his domain earlier.
Oh gosh. And all right, I'm gonna leave, but I'm gonna cast minor illusion on one of the tables to make it look like it's on fire.
Okay.
As like a final flip of the tail. I'm pissed. I thought this was gonna work.
Nah, you kind of Terry. You get the impression that if you get on his bad side, he's pretty hard to win over again.
I'm gonna walk out the door and is there anyone that sees me outside the door?
No, it looks like most people are calling it a night.
Okay, good. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast firebolt at the and
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna give you a
I
moment.
thought you were supposed to be the
Sure.
calm one here.
well, I don't like being kicked out of places.
Are you sure you want to attack this place that is under the protection of the Hellknight guards?
Well, you said
God.
no one sees me. I looked around.
I'm just making sure.
I just want to cast it. I don't want to walk out the door. I want to cast it on the table so maybe it doesn't burn down.
Sorry, what?
I'm gonna cast it like through the door, and it's to hit one of the tables.
All right. As you guys are leaving, you set fire. At first, not for real, but then for real. When
Oh gosh.
you set fire to a table in the center of the bar, and
As soon as I see him do that, I'm going to like do a slight little jog, like through the buildings over to the other side by the docks, in hopes that like no more trouble comes my way, because I was not planning on that.
I'm gonna follow him.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
follow as well.
so
So where's our ship?
that
Yeah,
was
sure.
just a cargo ship. It's already gone.
Oh shit.
Gimna is just like doesn't know what to do tonight, so she's just kind of following these two, apparently getting us into more trouble.
Yeah, you guys are super banned from the Wandering Panther now.
Gosh. You know, Gimna, in my defense, I thought that the Lord guy would totally work.
Lord Guy.
Yeah, I tend to create these kinds of situations. I'm not exactly proud of it. I would just move on to a new town by now.
Well, look at the plan B that I just created. Maybe it might burn down and they'll rebuild, and we can go to that one.
You know what? As long as we don't get caught and charged for arson, I think that's a great idea.
What
I
did you
hope this
say
works
your
out.
name was? Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday, you're not too bright, are you?
I'm pretty bright. I'm a wizard.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna. Is there like a shipping schedule anywhere, or like a boat schedule anywhere, or like are there any ships at the dock?
Not at the moment. You get the feeling that although this is a port town, there's not usually a whole lot of traffic around here.
Yeah, great.
Do you see any like rowboats?
Anyway,
Rowboats?
Rowboats.
roll me a perception check.
I think that's 0, right? Yes. Yeah,
In fact, each of you make a perception check.
Perception or investigation?
Yeah, investigation.
Okay, 20
Sure,
plus.
investigation.
plus 0. So that's an 8.
Yeah, so I don't see any. He doesn't see any. How did Raz do? Or, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Got a dozen. That's not good either. Oops.
So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like there are any rowboats here. And honestly, if you guys were thinking to take a boat over there, you get the feeling that maybe a rowboat wouldn't be the greatest idea. It's pretty far to go just rowing.
Should we try to make this trip over land, or what? How are we gonna pull this off?
Hey, just so
also-
you guys know, I need to take a break of at least 20 minutes. Is that okay?
Just so
Sure.
you guys know, you get the feeling that if anyone here had a rowboat, they probably had it out back behind their own house. Basically, they wouldn't be
Gotcha.
at this public large port here.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Mm,
All right, I will be back in a little bit. I'll text you guys when I'm back in.
Okay.
So do we see smoke coming from that direction, or
Oh, cool. You've got Umberly as one of your goddesses. That's awesome. I actually use Umberly.
Cool. Yeah, I just kind of borrowed a list.
Oh, I mean, that's the same thing I did, because, I mean, who wants to come up with deities when there's, I mean, you've got a list of freaking 20 here.
So, what did you guys think of Jade?
She was cool.
he? Isn't it he?
No, Jade is a woman.
I think he said Jake. Sorry.
Jade. Jade.
I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna run into like any people at the mountain, like Thor or the Hulk.
What?
It's Marvel Mountain, so I'm wondering if we're gonna run into people like Thor or the Hulk, Captain
No.
America.
Spoiler, no. It is not
Alright.
the Marvel Universe mountains. Did you guys like the voice I gave Jade?
I did. I like the accent. I like that. I mean, one of the things that you are doing that Chev does effectively as well is tries to spice up his NPCs. You know, give them personality and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this guy is Larry or Lenny or whatever the hell his name is the cook and owns the bar? Is he some sort of like deity or whatever, or is he just like? I mean, is crankiness his superpower?
Sorry, you were choppy. You were a little choppy. His name is Terry, by the way.
Yes, is like is he like blessed with supernatural crankiness, or what's his deal?
Well, I mean, to be fair, that you like went behind the bar instead than like he was working there. Then you started
Yeah,
messing
I
with
mean
him.
it's true, but gosh, you'd think that at a certain point, repeated attempts to even gain access be a
Access to
paying
what?
customer would just end up being entertaining after a while. It's like watching Wile E. Coyote blow himself up.
Yeah, not when it costs him his merchandise.
Oh, you also like broke a bottle.
Yeah, it must have been an expensive bottle, because good heavens, does he hold a grudge over that? But
Well, you
Oh,
also
well.
had that rowdy Gimna.
Had what?
That rowdy Gimna.
Yeah, Gimna was rowdy. It's all her fault.
She got up on the bar, threatened him, literally threatened him with a flail.
So I'm guessing that when he saw it was us, that was pretty much what did it for him. Like, no matter who would have sent us in.
Correct. And like you said, while the locations of Port Relia are like the Hellmite guards, they keep the peace and whatnot, but like Lord Tarn certainly isn't gonna get on his case for not wanting certain people. Like essentially,
And also used the wrong name.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, that hurt me a little bit.
Look, yeah, that like right when you said Lord Karn or Cairn, was it?
I don't even remember.
But like immediately when you said that, I was like, That's gonna be a disadvantage, my friend.
Yeah, but I still landed that one. I still stuck
Yeah.
the landing.
You saved it. You saved it.
Well, I wasn't. So no matter how well I would have deceived him, he would have kicked us out when we piled in there.
Correct. That's exactly what
Yeah.
happened. Like, you did successfully deceive him after you saved it.
Yeah.
But even if you guys were sent there by Lord Tarn, he does have the right to kick you out. Or at least he wasn't afraid to kick you out, regardless of what Lord Tarn said.
I'm kind of curious if it's gonna burn down. When he's gonna look at that fire and be like, "Oh, this is another one of those fake fires," and just leave it.
Yeah, no kidding. And he's probably gonna like end up being killed by it just because he's gonna oh, fake fire. I'm still gonna go to sleep.
Well, okay, slightly meta here. He doesn't sleep there. He was taking off his apron when you entered, and he was hoping that no one would show up so he could go back home and go to bed early.
I'm tired of these fake
Oh.
fires. I'm just gonna go home.
That said, slight spoiler: the tavern will be fine. This is not the first time there's been a fire there. There's a freaking stove, and they cook stuff there. They know how to deal with a fire. But you guys are still super banned from the Wandering Panther.
God, no kidding.
I
I'm gonna have
can't
to figure
stress enough
something else
how
out.
super banned you are. Mirama, are you hearing this? Super banned.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Mirama, what do you think of them being super banned now?
I don't know.
Oh, also, do you like Jade?
Yeah, Jade's good.
Yeah?
I think he did a really good job with her.
Yeah.
See, I'm not the only one that thought it was her.
That was kind of funny. I bent down and
Jade is kind of a female name, so
Yeah, I tried to raise my voice, so I guess I didn't raise my voice enough. Or raise my pitch, rather. Maybe something like this, yeah? Does this sound more like a convincing Jade voice, yeah?
Maybe
actually,
Jade
yeah,
from
that's a
Jamaica.
step in the right direction.
Yeah, this is why I was thinking about doing the voice mod, to be able to turn it on if I'm doing a female voice or not.
Let's see. Pants, shirt, undershirt, socks.
Can I let you in on a small secret?
Sure.
I had no idea what voice I wanted to give Jade. All I knew is that I wanted her to have some sort of fun accent to say.
And so you chose German.
Yeah,
Nice.
seemed very fun to say, yeah?
And I don't think you were wrong.
I
I'm
also
like,
consider... Sorry, go ahead.
I'm concerned that she might be evil now.
Why?
German voice.
Like,
You're concerned that what?
She might be evil now because she has a German voice.
Oh, brother, dude. I
That was
work
a
with
joke.
a couple. I know, but I work with a couple of Dutch and they're Swiss German, and they hate when the Nazis are brought up in connection with them being German. Like, it is one of their pet peeves.
Well, I'm sure. Americans hate when you bring up slaves.
Who hates when you bring up slaves?
Americans.
Oh, I guess.
Anyway.
Utahns hate it when you bring up polygamists.
Anyway, one of the accents I was also thinking about for Jade was like a Russian accent, but I wasn't sure what that would even sound like.
Yeah, no, dude, that was I mean, and I know that you are you tend, or at least you seem to tend to be a little uncomfortable with these, and so I applaud your
A little uncomfortable with what?
like voices and accents and stuff like that. I know, like, with Lulu, I know you preferred to, stick behind the voice modifier, and so I applaud you for stepping out of the box and,
Hey
doing
guys,
that.
it was great listening, but I got to get going. Hopefully, I can hear the last little bits of it tomorrow.
Have a good one.
Bye bye.
Have a good
Good
night.
night.
Good night. Good night. Stay tight.
So,
Pleasant dreams to you.
what kind of slime Volk is she?
Swamp.
Just a normal sign book. Green doesn't mean poison.
Oh, is she a librarian sign book?
Yes.
I mean, they've got sign book for everything.
What?
I said there are sign book for everything.
I mean, they're people too.
Water sign book,
No,
swamp sign book,
there's no water sign book.
librarian sign book. Are there firefighter sign book?
I don't know if firefighter is really an occupation in Middle Earth.
What if he had like a shape-shifting slime Volk?
Well, I mean, they are.
Aren't they all
amorphous.
shape shifting?
Kinda. But like, they're not gonna fool anyone with their shape shifting unless they're doing like shadow puppetry, because they're still slime.
I mean, like that maybe a slime that could turn into different things. Like, I can turn into a lantern, or I can turn into a book,
No.
Oh, you know
or
what? It occurred to
maybe
me.
a boat.
I just realized why Chef had to step away for 20 minutes because I thought that's odd that he either has to be done or leave for 20 minutes. What could he need to do that would take 20 minutes? I was thinking mostly like
Buying a Coke.
I wasn't thinking buying a Coke. I was thinking spending some time as the king of his domain, ruling from the porcelain throne. And then it occurred to me he's probably not doing that. He's probably just tucking his wife in.
Now I just want to improve my Jade voice.
Oh, shoot! I mean, I don't know. I doubt you knew this, but Chev and I spent probably half of an hour last week just talking to each other in character to get used to our voices, so there wasn't any stage fright when the game started.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I'm just thinking like, how can I raise my pitch without sounding bad? Maybe talk
So
about
did you also create the map?
Yeah, I used a website called Incarnate. As you can tell, if you're not a paying user, you don't get a ton of variety in the objects you can place.
You're going to go searching for my books, yeah? I'm sure you will find them in the mountains.
You're going to
Oh, they remind me of the Swiss Alps. How I miss them.
I was trying to
Go
say
ahead.
some lines too. I was just trying
I'm sorry
to
to talk over you. I was just getting to it. Your turn. Go ahead. I'll interrupt you.
I was just trying to repeat the lines with my own version of the accent, trying to improve it.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
You are going to go find my books, yeah?
Don't look inside them. They have naughty pictures in them.
And for me, it helps to listen. It really depends on what accent you're going for, but I like watching movies, watching actors do it.
Yeah, like, if it's not for anything important, I have fun just mimicking accents for no reason.
Yeah. Of course, there are some of them that are very distinctive.
Go find my books, yeah?
Go find my books, or be terminated. That's not a tumor.
Do you have any questions about the campaign? I may or may not answer it, but you're free to ask anything you want.
Nah, you know what? I think I'm going to take a page out of Chev's book on this one and say the less I know at the moment, the better, because I already sort of have suspicions about where this is going. And usually when I do that, I'm completely wrong, but it doesn't prevent those ideas from forming in my head.
I'm curious.
We're going to space. We're gonna get in a big spaceship.
Oh my gosh!
And go to space.
If we end up in space in this campaign at all, I'm rage quitting.
You got me. We're going to space, lads.
Like
Okay.
no time travel, no robots. Not to say that anything about Chev's story is bad, but when you bill your campaign as high fantasy, there better not be any damn lasers.
We're going to space and we're getting like Halo style power armor.
Oh my gosh, I know. With machine guns and lightsabers, we'll probably bump into. You know what would be really fun as a DM would be to model one monster or another off of the Halo grunts, like just this loosely allied group of weaklings who are strong until a few of them get picked off and then they break into a panic and just like scream these shrill, silly little we're all gonna die.
Oh, you mean goblins?
Goblins didn't really get scared. Like they stuck it out. At least Chev's goblins were freaking troopers.
Oh yeah, PJ.
Yeah.
What you say is unlikely to influence. Like, I'm not gonna change things to happen because or as a result of you saying what you're guessing. But I'm really curious. What are you guessing?
Oh,
Like,
you know
don't
what?
worry. Don't worry that what you say would influence what happens. Like, I'm not gonna change specifically to fit or to avoid what you guess.
I'm not gonna say it because I think that it is better for you to have like I'm not afraid of it influencing, but nonetheless, you don't need to hear it. Like it could only cause harm. There is no good that will come out of you hearing what I have to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not to say that it's a negative. That makes it sound like I'm going to criticize you. I'm not. I am actually really enjoying the campaign. I just would hate for you to say, "Oh, wow, I really broadcasted what's going to happen." But I mean, and I could be completely wrong, and you could say, "Wow, he's a presumptive jackass." Either way, it doesn't end well. So I just feel like it's a better off avoided entirely.
I guess, but like, whatever you say, I would know, and I'd give like a knowing smile, like hee, or ha, no. You know?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna keep those hypotheses to myself. I'm sure they're gonna be proven wrong no matter what, because I'm historically been horrible at predicting what's gonna happen. And let's hope my good luck streak continues.
Man, but like, now I'm super curious. You open Pandora's
Curiosity killed the
box.
dungeon master, man.
You've opened Pandora's box. I gotta peek inside.
Oh no, the lock is still on. Maybe you've seen the box, but no, it's gonna stay shut.
Rainbow. help me
PJ just
convince
rolls all fails until he tells.
him. I wouldn't
What?
do that.
I was joking, saying that you all fails until you tell him. Spill the
Oh my
beans.
gosh, I know he's gonna like somehow program code into Roll20, so I always roll ones.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I know you wouldn't.
Rainbow, help me convince him.
All right, so okay, it is 10:20, so I'm giving Chev 5 minutes, and at that point, I don't know. What do you guys think? 5 minutes, if because that's 5 more minutes than what Chev asked for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he left slightly late too.
Oh, did he? Okay,
Yeah, like 1:03, I want to say.
gotcha. All right, cool then.
Do I know of a place where we can get some horses?
No.
Gosh, we might need to go to sleep just because there's not much else to do, and while we're out and about, we look like we burned the tavern down.
Well, I mean, I kind of spoiled it for you already. The tavern's gonna be fine. It's not the first time they've had a fire in a place, in an establishment where they cook things.
Oh yeah, and what's his name again? Billy Teller Tommy.
Are you doing it on purpose?
No, I actually, for the life of me, can't remember his name.
Terry.
Harry. I remembered that it started with T. That's why I was like.
Your first guess was Billy.
Well, then I was like Telly because I remembered the little monster, but I couldn't really. I knew it wasn't that because I knew it was a normal name that started with T.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Can I ask the nature of your prediction?
No, you may not.
Damn it.
Where was I? Oh,
I do like
yeah, I'm
the
sure.
bartender's voice. What's his name? Zelda, Xena,
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Bruce Wayne. What was his name again?
Terry.
Oh, gotcha. So, yeah, I was gonna say with Terry's spirit of customer service, I'm sure that's not the first attempt at arson he's dealt with either.
Maybe once before, but like it's not a common occurrence.
Or 3 or 4 times. Hava Beer would already be trying to open a beer to compete with him because he'd know that business would be easy to take.
So is this map that we're looking with our characters on? Is that use the same thing that make the big map with it, or is that wrong with
Yeah, it's the same thing.
that? Okay. Like you used the same thing to make both maps. That's cool.
One had a hex mode, and this one I used a square mode. As you can tell, though, again, not a whole lot of variety in objects.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
All right. Sweet.
BB.
TJ won't tell me about his predictions.
Oh, really?
Nope, Chev, you've helped me to understand just how important it is to let DM be DM and let characters be characters. And so, yeah, I don't. He assured me that there'd be no influencing, but I just think it's safer to keep my
So-
big stupid yapper shut.
PJ, I got a compromise. Could you write it down and keep it someplace safe, and then to the end of it?
Keep your yapper shut about what?
Oh, I made the foolish mistake of saying I think I see where this campaign's gonna go, and roused his curiosity, and he said, "Oh, really? What do you think?" And then I thought better of it, and I thought, "Nah, I really better not say anything." And
No, I'm
I'm
just
sticking to
super
my guns on that
curious.
one.
So can you do that, PJ? Can you write it down someplace, your place, and keep it super?
You know, I would if
safe?
you had some sort of leverage over me, but you don't. So I'm gonna forget, hopefully, what my prediction was by the time I wake up tomorrow morning.
Well, that's what I was saying.
And
You write down at the end of the campaign. You can like reveal, and you can see if you was right or wrong.
actually, that's not a bad idea. All right, I'll level with you on that one.
Like, I have a slight guess about the nature of what your prediction might be about, and if it is what my slight guess is, then I would tell you that it's already preordained.
He's writing it down, and at the end of the campaign, you'll find out.
Okay.
Yep, there we go. All right, let's find a boat.
There are
Did
no-
we lose Mirma?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
she had to go
bed.
to bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm good for like about the next half hour or so, and then I better hit the sacrum and regret it.
Me too.
I mean, we can call it quits at any time now. I'm good now. I just couldn't focus because Nikki was dying, so I had to go help take care of her headache.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was close. I thought you had to go say goodnight to her. Like my
Well, I
first
mean,
guess
it was good night,
was
but I also had to give her I have to give her very hard massages. That's the only way that the auras disappear from her vision when she's getting them.
I thought you had to go there because you was the cleric and you needed to cast your cleric spells.
Yep. Okay, moving on.
so boats. There
Let's
are none.
go behind where you said that there might be boats here behind the house and see if there's boats.
Okay, but that's someone's private property.
All right, let's stealthily do that.
I'm just gonna like kind of hang out right here because I know what I kind of know what you guys are up to, and I'm going to be like ready if anybody comes to cover for you guys, but or to cover for you. I don't know what Gimna's doing, but
You know, I don't
yeah.
need to do that. I can send my cat in there and I can look through the cat's eyes and see if there's boats back there.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Are you? Well, last chance. Are you sure you won't try to steal someone's private property?
I didn't say I was doing it. I was saying I wanted to see if there's boats back there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with the cat.
Yeah, with the cat.
Okay. So, you take a look behind these houses. Allow me to find my fog of war stuff. You look behind these houses, and unfortunately, you do not find any boats.
I call the cat back to me, and I come back to my colleagues, and I go, well, there's no boats back there.
As far as you can
could
see,
you-
at least.
Could you maybe possess like a bird or something? Get a better look just around this place in general?
Doesn't this wizard have the ability to call forth some animals or some shit?
Well, if you guys want to sit here and wait for an hour plus 10 minutes, we could do that.
Yeah, we're kind of stuck without a paddle. No pun intended.
Why do
Should
we have to go
uh,
across this channel? Why can't we just go on land?
I'm down for a walk if you are.
I have a place to go along the way anyway.
Can I do a
Okay.
history check to see if I know any place where we can get some horses?
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check.
What was the name of that little 3 squares brown place on the in between us and the mountains again?
Olin Oaks.
Okay, and what did we learn about that? Sorry, I should have wrote it down.
All the elf husband told you was that it was on the way to wherever.
No, I don't see anything.
Oh, okay. So he was just using it as a frame of reference, not that there's
Yes.
something important there. Okay.
You don't yeah. I was trying to say something funny, and I beated it. You don't insight anything.
All right, I'm gonna start walking.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. Well, Gimnar, we're gonna start walking east. Oh,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sorry. I'd have to. It's taken me a while to respond to Gimna. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get started. I gotta go. We gotta get out of this town first of all before we get in trouble. And then I wanted to check out a place on the way to the whatever mountains.
ooh, another tavern. Is it a good one?
I don't know if
You
it's a
know that
tavern,
I love
but
performing for tavern.
So, are you guys heading this way?
Yeah, and do I see the guards on our way out?
Do you see any guards on the way out?
Yeah, do I see the 2 guards that I know on the way out?
You see a guard. It wasn't one of the 2 you saw before, but like when you're passing around here-ish, you see just a guard on patrol.
Do I know him?
In passing, but you don't know him by name.
I wave goodbye to him.
All right. He confusedly waves goodbye, and as you look, by the way, if you take a glance this way, you notice that the wandering panther is perfectly intact.
No smoke or anything?
No. It looks like they put out the fire.
we didn't
guys
start
only
the
have-
fire.
So you guys only have attempted arson under your belt.
Which was our answer to the walking panther.
So you guys are headed out this way?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
You said we're heading towards that small town on the way?
Yeah, Olin Oaks.
Olin or Wolin?
Oline.
Olin. Okay.
That'd be such
So-
a good name for a lodge. I wonder if they.
No, that's the name of the settlement.
Yeah, I know. I'm being my airheaded character, dude.
Sorry.
We're kind of stuck in fog of war. How about with that?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Thanks.
Or we go to the
So-
big map?
Map, and then is there like another map that we need to have? This?
So,
Or are we looking at Theater of the Mind?
yeah, Theater of the Mind. I mean, you can pull up the map I posted in Tomes and Toils chat. For a frame of
Yeah, the
reference.
mine. Ooh.
Sorry,
So
Rainbow. I know
then-
it's not really your thing.
It looks like we are heading. Okay, so we'll head up at a diagonal. In that little like patch. That little 3 hex patch was the village you were talking about.
Yeah, Olin Oaks.
Okay.
However, just a little bit out of town, you guys would see there's a slight path on the way to where you suppose would be the way to Olin Oaks. But along this path is a slightly run down manor. You can see it on the map on that little divot. You see it?
Yeah, I do. It's like, so there's the 4 main tiles that the town sits on, and then that 5th tile, like abutting it. That's the rundown manor.
Yeah, slightly run down. It looks like no one's been here for about a year. Would you guys like to investigate this, or do you guys just go on your merry way?
Gimna wants to stop and investigate.
All right. Do you guys agree?
I see that I'm going. Go
The
ahead.
puppy, I'm like, ooh, you like big houses? I do too.
Are we supposed to be seeing something on a map, by the way?
No, unfortunately,
Okay.
I don't have a map for this.
Oh, that's fine. I was just making sure we weren't supposed to be seeing something.
Yeah, I mean, I could pull up the hex map onto here, I suppose. You want me to do that?
And
It's up to you. Doesn't matter to me. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't something we were supposed to be seeing.
Yeah. Give me just a second.
It's okay that there's not.
so I have dark vision, and is there anything I can see on the outside or through any of the windows or any?
And your mic is going to shit, dude.
Yeah, that's really strange. I don't understand it. I don't understand.
And your reply just
why.
now is fine.
Okay. What I was saying was I've got the dark vision, so I can see for 60 feet. Is there anything that I spot on the outside of the house or through any of the windows that raise concern?
Give me just a moment as I throw the map here. Let's see. Hopefully it remains 2 scale. Yeah, it looks 2 scale enough. All right. Let me see. Objects, tokens. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove your tokens because you guys obviously wouldn't be able to. Oh, there's still squares on here. It's fine. You're just looking at a map. So as you approach the mansion, you're looking to see if there's anything to be concerned about here.
Where's the mansion
Yeah,
at?
like
Right here?
Yes, that's the mansion.
Okay.
I'm just I'm walking along. I'm following Brimna, and
Brimna.
she doesn't talk. Oh gosh, Brimna.
Gimna.
Gimna. That was a true slip up. And so like since she's not talking, I'm just kind of looking around.
All right.
And I'm also a little nervous because this is like my first adventuring since graduating.
You're all talk but no walk, huh?
Well, I mean, I'm a rookie. What can I say for myself?
Just checking. So, you have not entered yet. You're just looking around, like from the outside.
Yeah.
Well, like while we're walking toward it.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Who, all of us, or?
Well, Calypso in
Okay.
particular is looking.
Yep. 15, and I'm not sure. I think I've got a high wisdom, so I think that helps. Let's see.
Your perception is +3, so you got
Oh,
18.
cool. Yep.
All right. So it looks like there have been goings on here, but doesn't look like anyone, as far as you can tell, there's anyone or anything in the immediate vicinity.
So I'm gonna turn to Bimna and say, "Hey, Bimna, there have
Gimna.
been people here."
Bro, kidding.
You were
You're saying
talking
that
to
people
you're
here
talking to
that-
me because you can't get my name right.
I'm gonna look at him and say, kidding. There's been people here that The structure's been made? Very insightful.
So Gimna's
You know,
looking.
Uh,
Gimna is actually carefully looking around the perimeter to see if anyone sees us approaching this mansion. Do I need to roll
Actually-
investigation for that?
Before that, I would like to note that what's her name? Wednesday. Sorry. Wednesday, you have been here before. This is you gained your consciousness outside the walls of this manor.
I'm not.
Oh, really?
I remember this place. I was born here. As a slime Volk.
Signvolk.
oh, was this place a hospital?
I don't know. I just woke up here.
Oh. All right, Gimna, are we gonna go in?
Well, I don't see why not. Yeah, let's go in.
I'm gonna pull my daggers. Like they're actually gonna help.
Okay. Roll initiate. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Wow.
I'm gonna cast dancing
crowd, huh?
light.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm gonna cast dancing light.
Dancing light?
Hmm?
Alright, let me see what that does. Dancing lights. You create up to 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration of up to 1 minute. You can also combine the 4 lights into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius. As bonus action, you can move the lights. Alright, so just so you know, the dancing lights is only going to last a minute.
Oh, that's fine.
Alright.
It's just gonna be lanterns. It's just kind of circle me and follow me.
Alright. So, as you 3 enter the abandoned manor, you see on a plaque that has, or you see like the outline of where a plaque once was on the door, or beside the door. And from the outline, like the indentation on the wall, you can read that this place was once called Anastasia Manor.
Anastasia Manor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll type that up for you.
Do we think there's any people in there right now?
Well, I don't see anyone, and I'm
It
very
looks-
good at seeing in the dark. It's part of being a demon.
As you enter,
If I was DM, I would give you inspiration.
yeah, you know what?
Valley Girl Tiefling. It's part of being a demon, okay? I just love it. It's the best.
Yeah, you know what? Yes, you get the first inspiration of the campaign. Go ahead and mark inspiration on your D&D.
Thank you, and thank you for the nomination.
It's part of being a demon. Okay, anyway, sorry. That just got me just
Do we
right.
all have dark vision?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I did too.
I do.
Yeah, you know what? Everyone has dark vision.
Nice. That was a happy coincidence.
Yeah, slightly redundant, but cool.
I'm gonna take control of the cat. I'm gonna use my cat's
How's your cat? Like your
senses.
cat has been following you this whole
Wait.
time, or have you been carrying
Yeah.
it? Like,
I didn't know.
I thought we left the.
I didn't know Seinvolk had dark vision.
the
Cave
cave
time
do.
book.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I'm gonna take control of the cat. I'm gonna use the senses and healing and smelling to see if I can find anyone in the castle or the manor or whatever it is.
So,
Yeah.
Wednesday, you're made of slime, right?
Oh, I can't answer you right now. I'm in the cat.
Oh, that's right.
Do I hear anything?
Meow once
your
for
cat-
yes.
So, have you guys already entered the manor?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So as you enter the manor, there's not a whole lot to see of note, really. Anything that would have been immediately visible and valuable to any degree has already been looted from here. Looks like no one's been here for around a year.
So I think I don't hear anything.
Make a perception check.
I have to keep on looking at it. I'm used to the other thing. Perception. 0. Okay. I'm getting low rolls now.
Yeah, those are killing
It
you.
sure is
Alright.
a manner.
I'm going back to add a cat. I'm not telling the cat anymore.
All right. So yeah, as you enter, there is a large, extravagant, but unkept carpet stairs in front of you down in this lobby, and to your left and to your right are hallways. In these hallways, it looks like there would have been like books filling the bookshelves and stands that had like nice vases and whatnot, but all those things are gone except the bookshelves themselves.
Gotcha. So,
So, are there any books
Um,
remaining? Can we see any books?
You can check.
yeah, I'm gonna go down the hallway on the left and look for books.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Alright.
the opposite way and also look for books.
All right, both of you roll investigation.
I would like to do just like look around the manor and kind of see if I can remember any kind of history.
My investigation is +0, so that's 11.
All right, and PJ got a natural 1.
What are books?
Yeah. How does eat book?
How does eat book?
So you search along the books here, and PJ, you yeah, they sure are dusty books.
Can I
so
do
I do see books like okay, at least there's that. I thought you said all the books were missing and that just the shelves remained.
Well, like there's like one dusty book that no one cared to take.
Oh, okay.
But it's like
Um,
dusty, and you can barely read the covers. The pages are pretty worn. Doesn't look like there
Gotcha.
would be much to read. But
Did
you,
I find
you
anything?
Gimna,
Oh.
you find 2 books. One is a romance novel starring a elf and an orc. You don't take kindly to
I
that.
throw that one on the ground.
Fair enough. And you find an empty book. It looks like it was ready to be a journal.
And while they do that, I'm gonna
Can I-
meditate on the manor and see if I can do some kind of like memory things.
I'm gonna go back to Gimna with the dusty book that I have,
Okay,
and I'm gonna give it to her. Hey, Gimna, I found Black's legal dictionary. Is there anything we can do with this?
Found what?
Black's legal dictionary. A dictionary of legal terms for aspiring. This word's missing. Barristers. Barristers. I was wondering what an barrister was.
Is that really what it says, Bunsen?
Sure.
Okay.
Do I need to do any rolls?
Hold on. I wanted to investigate this empty book. Do I detect anything special about it?
No, it looks like it was like prepared to be a journal, but never used yet. No one bothered to take it because, well, it's an empty journal.
Okay, well, I just wondered if maybe there was something hidden in it, so maybe people just thought it was empty.
I mean,
Do I spot the romance novel on the ground?
Alright, I want to roll investigation to check that out then.
Alright.
16.
Plus
0.
Okay. On the last page, you notice someone drew a
You say penis, I swear to God.
no. I was trying to think. I don't think they
We
have
rolled an
pencils.
investigation check so you
Someone
can find
go-
a penis.
Someone go a dick butt.
Dick butt.
No. Someone drew in just hastily drew in ink a heart with 2 letters in the heart. If you took another look, or if you took enough of a look at the romance novel, you would notice that 2 letters are those of the 2 protagonists.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So
So
I'm gonna
someone
pick up the
literally
romance
sat.
novel.
You gather that someone who was planning to leave this place literally sat down here and read this book.
okay. Alright, well, I don't think Gimna would notice that because she threw the other book on the ground, and so I think she's just gonna leave the empty book there and take a look at Calypso's book of legal terms.
All right.
And do I notice anything special about that, or does it just match what Calypso described?
Yeah, it's just really boring, really dry. You
Okay.
almost fall asleep while you're reading it.
All right. I tossed that book back on the shelf. Well, there's nothing here.
The
I think we
librarian's
should
gonna
keep
be
moving.
so mad. We have to take these with us.
Why do we need to take a bunch of random books with us?
Well, she said she wanted more books. Her library's pretty much empty.
I thought she wanted specific books for her collection.
Oh yeah, the mountains. I'm sorry, I forgot. But I'm taking the romance novel. And I grab
Fine,
the
here, whatever, and I toss it to her. Kick it up with my foot and toss it to her.
Make a note of your added orc and elf, I believe.
Hot.
I said that before, right? Make a note of an elf X orc romance novel in your inventory.
Done.
All right.
Done and done. All right.
So you have investigated the two hallways themselves. There are a couple rooms within these hallways. Do you investigate any of these rooms, or do you go upstairs?
Before we go upstairs, I like to meditate on the manor and see if I remember anything from my past.
Ah, yes. Roll
I'm gonna go
a-
upstairs.
Okay. Make a history check with disadvantage.
Copy and
It's pretty hard to remember things before you became a sign bulk. That would be a 5. Yeah, you're trying to think really hard. Try to like think why you might have woken up near here. Nothing's coming to mind.
I figure I probably won't find anything upstairs, so I sit downstairs and wait for them. And I read one of my books in my inventory called Alan Watts, the book.
Sorry, you're reading what?
A book in my inventory called Alan Watts, the book.
Okay. You sit on the stairs and you read this book.
I want to just take a quick peek in every room of the house, closets, everything, and see if there's anything anything noteworthy.
All right. So starting on which hallway would you say you went? Left hallway?
I went right.
hallway?
He went left. She went left. I went right.
Okay. So you start at the right end of this hallway, looking into each door. You peek in, you take a look around. You don't really notice anything of value or of importance.
Yeah, if it's
like,
just dusty beds and stuff, like, I don't care. But if there's any chests or anything like that, I want to know.
Yeah. You look into door 1, nothing. No. Door 2, shattered chandelier on the ground, but otherwise nothing to note here. You look down another door.
Orkio and Julie Elf.
You know what? If I hadn't already given you inspiration, I wouldn't be inspired.
Orkio and Julie Elf.
Please
God.
rename
Two
your
star-crossed lovers from warring tribes caught up in the middle.
PJ,
Yes.
please rename the book in your inventory to Orkio and Julie Elf.
Already done.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can't stop laughing. Oh my god. Okay, continue. Broken chandelier.
Yeah, it looks like it would have been an extravagant, really nice chandelier, but unfortunately, you weren't there to see it when it was still nice. You
Okay.
close that door, you walk down the hallway again, look into another door, and you see an open chest.
Ooh, I take a peek inside.
Otherwise in this room, there is just like another bookshelf, but this one's completely empty. A tattered bed, no cushions.
Do I see anything in the chest?
You look into the chest and you find a really nice dust bunny.
Oh, you gonna name it?
Thanks for getting my hopes up.
No
Did I?
You
A
name
really
it?
nice
Like
dust bunny.
A nice collar.
All right, so I'm not gonna care about that. I'm also looking to see if there's anything that looks out of place, like if something could be maybe a secret, like looking for seams on the walls and stuff, like secret safe or secret door, anything like that.
Yeah, you know what? Make me a perception check.
Okay, let's see. D20 plus 1. 19.
All
I
right.
pull into the room behind him. Behind her.
Okay. So while you're looking in that chest, you were just about to like close the chest and forget about it, but you notice a little sparkle under that dust bunny.
Okay.
You remove the dust bunny, and you see a little bronze top toy.
Okay, I
Something
picked it
you'd
up.
spin. Yeah, it's just a little toy. You get
Okay.
you guess that this must have been a toy chest.
Oh, okay. All right, so I put the toy in my inventory for now.
Okay. It's like the size of your thumb.
Okay.
The bronze is pretty nice.
Name it. There we go. Oh. Okay. Brown top toy.
Yeah, bronze.
Oh, bronze.
Yeah.
Okay. I've added it.
If you ding it against your flail, it makes a nice little ding ding noise.
Okay, nice. Anything else? I'm gonna keep looking, and I'm looking for any secrets I can find.
Within this room.
The whole house.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep methodically going
I'm
through
gonna help
every
him.
single room.
I'm gonna help Gimna look like I'm her little. I want to be her, so I'm like trying to help her do whatever she's doing.
All right. Make an investigation check with advantage because they're help. I assume Calypso is helping you.
Yes.
Okay.
So they just said.
Investigation. 2d20.
Now this is all downstairs.
The whole house, like we're oh nice. There we go.
17.
Plus what? Do you have a modifier?
0.
Okay.
So
Okay.
just 17.
So you continue checking out all these rooms within the two hallways, to the left and right from the front lobby. And aside from that neat little top you found, you don't find anything of note. You find some weird crevices in the wall, but you push and pull and try to twist these all you can. Unfortunately, they don't appear to be trapdoors or anything. It's not very exciting, honestly.
Okay. What about upstairs?
You go upstairs.
Did we already search upstairs, or is it clean too?
You guys haven't gone upstairs yet.
I thought they were upstairs.
No. We went down 2 hallways on the first floor.
Yeah. So, like, when you entered into the front lobby from the front door, if you took a left or a right, there's just a hallway with rooms along those. But if you went straight forward, you would go upstairs. And you are currently sitting on those stairs, reading your book.
Yeah, so we walk by him reading and head up there and keep looking.
Yeah. Wednesday, would you like to join them?
I guess I will put my book away now and join them.
All right. So the three of you head upstairs, and there's just another branching 2 hallways, but in the front there is a large room, or a large door at least. Would you like to check down the 2 hallways or go into the large room?
I'll go into the large room first, but I am going to go through everything eventually.
Okay. So one thing I'd like to mention, the stairs you took, they're actually quite long. Like, you compared to normal like house stories, you climbed up 2 floors on these stairs.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Gotcha. So were the ceilings downstairs
Yeah,
like
I was
super
gonna
high
ask the same
vaulted
thing.
ceilings?
Not particularly.
So,
Okay.
are we getting the impression that there could be a floor we've walked over?
Maybe.
Okay. All right, so let's investigate the big room first. Gimna is going to notice this fact that we walked up seemingly 2 floors, and she's going to be looking for hatches or anything also kind of extra attentive to anything in the floor.
Okay. But first, you would like to look at the large room, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's a large door. It looks like it hadn't. Looks pretty heavy, actually.
Okay.
It's it looks like it was once a very nice, like essentially mahogany door. It's about
Oh.
8 feet tall.
Okay.
The doorknob was removed, actually. That must have been looted. Must have been a nice doorknob, at
Okay.
least.
Is it open or is it stuck closed?
It's slightly ajar.
Okay. So I push it open and go inside.
All right. Make a perception check.
I'm gonna look too.
13 plus 1. It's 14.
I'm also gonna look.
Should I roll out
Okay.
with advantage then?
Just 3 of you individually can roll.
Okay.
All right. So 7
So-
plus I think 3.
So, Gimna goes ahead and opens the door. It's slightly ajar. You have to give it a nice push, especially considering your somewhat small stature. So you're not really getting to the center mass of that door very well. So you open the door slowly, and you don't see much of no. It looks like it was a really nice master bedroom. What must have once been a really nice large bed across from the room. The room itself is actually circular. There's a
Okay.
broken window to the right, and next to this window is a very nice mahogany table. But unfortunately, anything on it must have been looted. But the
Okay.
window next to that table is broken. The other window, on the other hand, is actually still intact.
Okay, do these windows? I want to look out the windows and just see what I can see. Like, do I see roof that I could step out onto, or anything, anything like that? Okay. So,
No. If
Is it
you
lo-
were to go out the window, you just fall down onto the ground.
okay,
would
so the
fall
window is
painfully.
just vandalized, not probably broken for entry.
Perhaps. It looks like if you were to leave the window, you would take quite a bit of hurt, actually.
Okay. So does
About-
what I meant was, does it look like somebody came through the window and that's why it's broken?
Which
No.
side is the glass on?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'm looking too, so I'm gonna assist him.
All right. So, fortunately, you get to roll with advantage, so you don't do that natural one.
Okay.
Well, time to roll your other natural one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is just perception, not investigation.
Whichever you prefer.
Okay. Then I'm gonna obviously take the one that's higher then, so +1.
Okay.
You didn't want to take the net one?
No, I'm good.
That's not how advantage works, right?
I'm just looking to see what side the shards are on. See if it busted inward or was busted outward.
All right. So, you do notice that there are no glass shards inside the room.
Okay. Does it look like there are glass shards out on the ground?
It's hard to tell from up here, but if you like move your head around, trying to get a good look, and you do see a slight shimmer down there, so perhaps
Okay.
the glass shards are down there.
All right. So somebody busted the window out from the inside then.
Now,
Does it look
as
like they
you're-
were able to like I don't know? Is there anything that would indicate that they threw something out the window? Something valuable, maybe?
You can't tell.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Continue.
That's all right. Now, as you're looking out this window and you're looking around the room, seeing what might have happened with this window, you turn around slowly, And behind the door, where you couldn't see it because of the way you opened the door,
Mm-hmm.
you noticed 3 silent goblins just pressing themselves against the wall, trying not to be noticed. And that's where we ended tonight.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
I was just about to ask, like, well, maybe can I still ask? Do they look hostile or do they look scared?
They look scared.
Okay.
Are they standing on
Like-
top of one another?
No, they're just like pressing against the wall, trying to be behind the door so they aren't noticed.
If they are standing on top of each other, are they wearing a big trench coat?
No.
Good game, Bunsen.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a really good first
Yeah, it
session.
was-
I'm sorry I got distracted partway through. My wife was suffering with some migraines and stuff, so I was trying to read her texts and play at the same time. That's my bad.
That's all right.
That's cool.
Let me just make some notes really quick about the session. Give me just a second.
Okay.
Man,
You
that was
got-
fun.
PJ,
You got much better, by
PJ,
the
don't
way, at
forget-
describing the scene
Thank you.
after that
PJ,
feedback.
don't forget. PJ, don't forget to
forget
write down what you was didn't want to tell Bunsen, so you can tell him later. It's over.
Okay. Sure.
Wait, what?
Oh, the prediction that I wasn't gonna say anything about. Actually, yeah, forget about it. That was fun though.
What's fun? Your and I's character's dynamic is just, I love it so much. It's so funny. And then
me
and then
too.
Wednesday in the mix is perfect too. Like, I don't know, it's just perfect.
Yeah,
It was really
yeah,
good.
I really enjoyed Wednesday's. I don't want to say shenanigans. It was like the lack thereof. He's almost like the control character.
It's actually kind of fun. Like like Wednesday is the more put together character this time.
Yeah, like you've got Gimna, who's ready to fly off the handle at any moment. Calypso, who worships her, and then you've got Wednesday, who's like, yeah, just leave me out of this until the chaos stops.
You have great parties. You have great party chemistry, yeah.
I can't wait
yeah.
to see the other characters when they come in.
I'm about to
Well,
stop the
there's
stream.
only one other character, right?
As far as I'm aware.
Well, there might be 2 if Boris is really serious about playing.
Who?
Boris.
Boris.
He said he wasn't
no,
going to play,
he's
but then he
not.
kind of changed his mind, and then he changed his mind again. So
Yeah,
he
he
said
said
he
he was
couldn't make
almost
it.
certainly not going to play.
He said he couldn't make it tonight because he was sick.
yeah. I'm about to stop the stream, but did you want to do a sort of a sign off, Bunsen?
All right. Thank you for tuning in to this special episode of With Disadvantage. I have been the DM who has been trying very hard.
You really did do
this-
good. Don't worry.
Thank
It
you.
was first sessions are always rough, but yours went way better than I predicted. So you're good.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to the first session of Tomes and Toils.
Thanks, guys.
Closing time. Time for us to go now in search of some more tomes.
All right, and then I'm gonna. Hello, test. Hey guys, Chev here. As you know, here on Disadvantage. Where's my freaking recording thing anyway? This isn't right.